Sunday we're giving away these great Madres.
Hello once again, everybody. It's John Balgini, Tyler Peterson speaking to you live from Melaleuca Field on Jim Garshow Way in Idaho Falls. We're coming right up. Another night of Idaho Falls Chukars baseball. But first, time for the Toyota pregame show. And our guest tonight will be big right-hander Keegan McGinnis for the Chukars, who earned his first professional save in last night's game. Tyler Peterson will talk with Keegan McGinnis up next here on KSPZ, the Sports Zone, and your Toyota pregame show.
Welcome back to the Toyota pregame show. Tyler Peterson with Chukars reliever Keegan McGinnis. Now, Keegan, I want to talk about these last two appearances you've had. Both have been 2 innings. One run between the two of them, 6 strikeouts against Ogden. Last night, 2 scoreless. You picked up your first professional save. What have you been focusing on in these last 2 appearances? You've gotten a little bit better. You had a few rough games before. But let's talk about these last 2. How have you been performing? What have you thought?
Yeah, I've just been really working hard to be more consistent with my motion, with my mechanics and everything, and just being able to get back out there and hold the team. A big part of that's been my tempo, both mechanically and just getting back on the mound, getting right back to it. So I think kind of speeding that up has really helped me get back and repeat the good things that I'm doing, flush with bad pitches here and there. But I'm really just happy with the way that I've been pitching and being able to help the team win games.
The control does look a lot better, and you've got 2 really good pitches right now. You got the fastball, which has hit up to 96 like we saw in Ogden, and the curveball. Are you mixing in the changeup there as well, or are you just focusing on those 2 pitches?
Yeah, I've been working on the changeup a lot, mostly in catch play and in pregame, and then last night the opportunity came up where I had a chance to throw a couple of them, and it felt really good, so it's something I want to build on. To complement those 2 pitches, be able to work in that third one, and I think will really help me get to the next level and elevate those 2 pitches even more. So the more I throw it, the more confident I get in it. I would like to use it more and more as I go.
So we're about 50 games in. We got about 40 left to go. For you personally, to finish out the season, not talking about what the team's trying to do. Obviously, we're still trying to get the playoffs. But for you personally, what is your mindset? What are you trying to work on mostly? Is it working in that 3-pitch mix? Is it more of the control? Where is your focus right now as far as your game goes?
Yeah, my first focus is just keep building on what I'm doing right now. These last 2 outings have felt great, so just building on what I've been doing well, repeating that, and then just cutting down the free bases, attacking hitters more often early in counts, forcing action, and then just being able to keep those guys off base is just going to make it easier on myself. So mainly just build on what I'm doing, keep pounding the zone, throwing the ball in there, and limiting those walks I think is going to be the biggest point moving forward.
Keegan, thanks for stopping by.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
That's Keegan McGinnis. John, back to you.
Thank you very much, Tyler, and congratulations, Keegan McGinnis, on that first professional save last night. More on the pregame show coming up. Back here at Melaleuca Field, John and Tyler with you on a Friday night. It's game number 54 of the season. Game 3 of the 6-game set with the Vibes of Rocky Mountain. Here's Tyler with the starting lineup for both teams.
First for the visiting Rocky Mountain Vibes, it'll be the shortstop Brandon Perez, number 5, leading it off. For the team from Colorado Springs, Aldo Nunez, the second baseman, bats second. Mike Annone in left field, batting third. Manny Ayoke, the DH, he'll bat fourth. Griffin Barnes behind the plate, he'll bat fifth, followed by Joshua Esparza, the center fielder. He will bat sixth. Antonio Villaescusa at first base, batting sixth. Luis Matos in right, batting eighth. And Elvin Carrillo, the third baseman, he will bat ninth. Aaron Solis will be the pitcher on the hill. He is 1-5 this year. That one win, though, against the Chukars at this ballpark. As for Idaho Falls, it'll be Sam Little in right field, leading it off for the first time this year, followed by his twin brother Reb Little at third base. Hopefully you got to read that great story by Greg Woods in the Post-Register on the Little twins. Matt Feinstein in left, bats third as per usual, and also as per usual, Andrew Don, the cleanup hitter, at first base tonight. Thomas Devonville in center field, bats fifth. Kona Quiggle, the DH, bats sixth. Tyler Kelly, the second baseman, bats seventh, followed by Brady West behind the plate. And Tyler Van Martyr will bat ninth, plays shortstop for Joe Slocum on the mound, making his 8th start of the season. He's 2-1.
Chukars 38-15 overall, 4-1 in the second half of the season. Still tied with the Billings Mustangs for first place. And meanwhile, the troubles continue for the Vibes. They are 10-42 overall, 0-5 in the second half. And this is game number 21 between these two teams. And the Chukars have won 19 out of 20. But Tyler, the last two nights, close games, 9-4 2 nights ago and 8-4 last night. So they're not the blowouts that you saw in Colorado Springs, but this is a Rocky Mountain team. They have a new manager, and they're trying to be just competitive, and I think they're on their way.
No, and as we said before, we've seen this team now 4 different series, and the report I get in the clubhouse is they've gotten incrementally better each time. Now, one little wrinkle to that today is we understand Edgar Salazar, their third baseman who leads the team in doubles, who's second on the team in RBI, is not actually on the roster today. We understand, although we have not gotten official word, that he was called up by the big league Monclova team So there's an extra roster spot open, so no Barfield as he sits for the third game of his 4-game suspension. No Salazar. So Ayoke tonight, the 4th place hitter. So on paper, a weaker lineup without Salazar and Barfield. But they, like you said, John, the last 2 nights, it's been within reach for them. Last night, a 3-run home run from Esparza made it a 3-run ball game. The Chukars added on after that to win 8-4, but 9 hits for them in game 1, 7 hits last night. And I think the most impressive part of the last 2 nights is they played clean baseball as well.
They came in with 102 errors on the season. No errors in the last 2 nights. And by the way, when you talk about the loss of Salazar and Jacob Barfield sitting out, that's 16 home runs. The team has only hit 33, so that's half of their power right there. Scores from last night while we wait for the singing of our national anthem. It was Billings over Boise, 12-5. Ogden came back to beat Grand Junction, 12-8. Missoula over Great Falls, 7-3. Check out the standings in the Northern Division. It's Idaho Falls and Billings 4-1. Missoula 3-2. Great Falls 1-4. And in the South, Grand Junction with a 4-1 record. Ogden and Boise tied for second at 2-3. And Rocky Mountain in the cellar at 0-5. And it's the same teams tonight. Ogden, Grand Junction, Boise at Billings, Missoula at Great Falls, and of course here at Melaleuca Field, it's your Idaho Falls Chukars taking on the Vibes of Rocky Mountain. Chukars in their home pinstripe uniforms. For the Vibes, gray pants, tannish colored jerseys with black numbers. And now it's time for the singing of our national anthem. It'll be performed by Miss Madison Andreessen. She is Miss Idaho's Outstanding Teen, and she'll leave for Florida tomorrow for the national competition. So this is Madison Andreessen of Idaho Falls with the singing of our national anthem.
Madison is an 18-year-old Idaho Falls player. She leaves for Orlando, Florida tomorrow to compete for the Miss America's Outstanding Teen. And now, ladies and gentlemen, at this time, Madison should lose romance in the singing of the Star-Spangled Banner. Ladies and gentlemen, our national anthem.
Oh, see, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleam, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket red bombs bursting in air gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does the star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Not only good looks, but a great voice. That is Madison Andreessen. And by the way, I worked with her mother, Vicki, and her mom was a Miss Idaho way back when, so it runs in the family. Talk about Joe Slocum. I think he's only pitched once here at home, maybe twice, but you've seen him. He's making his 7th start of the year, Tyler.
Well, Joe was coming off a game 2 starts ago where he only faced one batter in Rocky Mountain. He walked a guy, felt something under his arm. It was a lat issue, so he had to stay out, miss a start. His 2 starts since then, he's only gone up to 4 1/3. And his last start, he allowed 9 hits, 5 earned runs against the Ogden Raptors. That was a 17-2 loss in Ogden. But he pitched against this Vibes team 4 times already this season. He has 1 win against this team. He's just 2-1 overall. Only twice has he gone the required 5 innings. So for Joe tonight, The goal will be longevity, getting through 5, and playing some quick baseball, pitching to contact against this team. That'll be the key to success for Joe tonight.
Not a strikeout pitcher. Slocum, 26 innings of work, only 13 strikeouts, 10 walks, 5.89 earned run average. And by the way, Joe, 6 foot tall, 215 pounds, a right-hander, 25 years old, out of Aurora, Colorado. Played for University of Colorado at Colorado Springs. And I think half of the Chukars pitching staff is from Colorado Springs. He'll face Perez, Nunez, and Anoni here in the top half of inning number 1. Your umpires for tonight's ball game, calling the balls and strikes, it'll be Shane Proctor. At first base, Mike Colson. At third base, Tegan Smith for the third straight day or night. 88 degrees will be our temperature at game time, and the wind blowing out slightly towards center field. And of course, yes, we still have the smoky conditions here in the Idaho Falls area.
You're right about Colorado Springs, John. Literally a third of the pitching staff from Colorado Springs, Silva, Jenkins, Slocum, and now Jeffreyon, all part of that mountain lion program at UC Colorado Springs.
Slocum 1-0 against the Vibes with a 3.65 earned run average in those 4 previous starts. Joe warming up. Catching tonight is Brady West. We'll give you the defense while we wait. Webb Little moves from first over to third base tonight. The 2 Tylers, the middle infielders, Tyler Van Marter at shortstop, Tyler Kelly at second. Andrew Don will play first base tonight. In the outfield, Matt Feinstein in left, Thomas Devonville in center. Sam Little gets the start in right, and Brady West behind the plate. As we're ready for baseball, 23rd day of July, game number 54 of 96. As Brandon Perez steps in. The shortstop hitting .278, but he is hitless in this series. So far, he's 0 for 8 against Chukar pitching. Righty-righty matchup to begin the ball game. First pitch will be at 7:19. And the first pitch is a called strike 1. Perez has 3 home runs, 20 RBI. Slocum into the windup. Here's the 0-1 delivery. Swing and a miss. And the count quickly 0-2 in Joe's favor as he took something off that pitch. 0-2 the count. Just underway here at Melaleuca Field. John and Tyler, nice to have you along on a Friday night. 0-2 pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. Boy, he chased one way outside and in the dirt. Brady West throws to Andrew Don, the first baseman, and that's out number 1. And as I mentioned, not a strikeout pitcher. He strikes out the first guy he faces.
That was the curveball from Joe. He's a 5-pitch pitcher, 4-seam fastball, 2-seam fastball, slider, changeup, and curve, and that was a really good, sharp curveball.
Here's the second baseman, Aldo Nunez. Again, this Rocky Mountain team, very young, most from Mexico. Nunez hitting .283. One of the best fielders in the Pioneer League. Plays second base, switch hitter. And the first pitch chomps it foul, 0-1. Nunez 2 for 9 in the previous 2 nights here at Melaleuca. He was 2 for 4 in the first game. He went 0 for 5 last night. As he swats some bugs. Slocum into the windup. 0-1 pitch. That's hit foul, 0-2, and nothing but strikes from Mr. Slocum so far. Nunez to be followed by Mike Anoni. (0-2). Here's the pitch to Nunez outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Joe Slocum likes to be called Joe. We can do that. His major in college was business administration. He played for the Roswell Invaders, an independent league. I think is that the Pecos League?
It is.
Here's a pop-up. left side, backpedaling is Webb Little. He'll make the catch on the outfield grass for out number 2. Joe's favorite team growing up, the Boston Red Sox. He's a Manny Ramirez fan. His favorite TV show, one of my favorites, 2.5 Men. I think I've seen every episode more than once. And he likes to listen to that hip-hop music. Here's Mike Anone. He's playing in left field tonight, hitting .447 in limited time with the Vibes. 1 for 7 in the first 2 ball games of this series. A 6-game homestand. That pitch was low, ball 1. Crowd starting to fill in here at Melaleuca. Slocum 1-0 delivery. That's low, ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes on Mike Anone out of Wilmington, Delaware. He's 27 years old. And he's not the oldest Vibe on the team. 2-0 Slocum facing the left-handed hitting Anone. That pitch caught the outside corner. 2-1 the count. Former Chucker Manny Ayoke on deck for Rocky Mountain. Anone, his 3rd team this year, and he's played on 8 different teams in the independent leagues. That pitch, low, 3-1.
I like to call these jerseys, John, the graham cracker tan chests with the chocolate brown arms.
Of course, their mascot is a s'more that looks like Guy Fieri. 3-1 pitch. Called strike, full count 3-2, and Anone was off to first and had to put on the brakes as home plate umpire Shane Proctor called it a strike, and now the count full.
Well, he's given both of those fastballs on the outside corner, so he's been consistent.
2 outs, nobody on base. We're just underway here at Melaleuca.
I go right back to that zone, see if you can get that call again.
Slocum gets a sign from Brady West. The wind, the pitch, 3-2 ground ball. Tyler Kelly gobbles it up on the right side, makes the throw to Andrew Don, and it's 3 up, 3 down for the Vibes here in the top of the first. No score, Chuckers coming to bat. Caden White with the rejoin. By the way, Caden White's former team, the Idaho Falls Bandits, are playing in the state AA tournament in Twin Falls. They beat Blackfoot 11-1 yesterday. They beat Coeur d'Alene 9-1 today. So the Bandits looking to defend their World Series title they won back in 2019. Sam Little, Webb Little, and Matt Feinstein for the Chucks here in the bottom of the first, facing Aaron Solis. Out of Houston, Texas, played his college ball at Texas Southern University in Houston. He's 6 foot, 200-pound, 24-year-old right-hander. As Sam Little comes to the plate, hitting .270. 8 doubles, 5 triples, 3 home runs, 32 RBI. In Sam's last game in Ogden, he had a home run and a triple. And he's batting leadoff for the first time this season, a called strike one from Solis. Elvin Carrillo at third, Brandon Perez the shortstop, Aldo Nunez the second baseman, and Antonio Villascusa at first. Webb hits the next pitch into center field. That's going to be caught by Joshua Esparza for out number 1. It's Mike Anone in left, Joshua Esparza in center, Luis Matos in right, and the catcher is Griffin Barnes. And now up steps Webb Little. Webb, third in the Pioneer League in batting average, first in hits, second in runs, first in doubles, first in RBIs, tied for second in total bases, tied for second in extra base hits, third in on-base percentage, and fifth in slugging. I would say he's having a pretty darn good year. First pitch is low, ball 1. Webb with a 5-game hit streak. He hit a home run last night in the 8th inning to keep that hitting streak alive. Takes the next pitch outside. It's 2-0. .391 batting average for Webb. That pitch right down the middle, called strike 2-1. A little bit better against the Vibes, batting .427. He hit his 10th home run last night. Leads the Pioneer League at RBI with 72. 2-1 pitch, another pitch, good called strike 2. Same location, at the knees. Webb just 2 of 7 against the Vibes in these last 2 ball games. Chukars won 9-4 and 8-4. Ball chopped to Nunez, the slick fielding second baseman, makes the play for out number 2. And that'll bring up the Chukars left fielder, Matt Feinstein. Matt batting average .391, just like Webb's. He has 11 home runs, 1 more than Webb Little. He has 71 RBI, 1 less than Webb Little. They pretty much have identical numbers. Webb has more doubles, but Matt has more triples.
I like Matt. He has a special walk-up song just for Friday nights.
Oh, really? He's not doing his 17 tonight, huh? What's his special walk-up song?
I don't know what it's called, but it's Friday night, it's Friday night, it's Friday night. That's what the lyrics are.
0-1 the count on Matt. He hit a grand slam last night in the second inning, his second salami of the year. Pitch bounces up there. It's 1-1. Solis facing the Chukars for the 5th time this year. Fastball high, 2-1. He's worked 20 2/3 innings against Idaho Falls, given up 28 hits. Struck out 18, has walked 15. 2-1 outside, 3-1. And he has the only win the Vibes have against the Chukars this year, and that came right here at Melaleuca Field. That was so long ago, I can't remember the game.
I can. The Chukars hit, I think, into 3 inning double plays.
Now I remember. 3-1 the count. 2 out, nobody on base. There's ball 4. And by the way, Matt Feinstein leads the Pioneer League in walks. So a great batting average, a great eye at the plate. And that'll bring up Andrew Don playing first base tonight. He's been the DH as of late. Andrew hitting .352, 6 home runs, 56 RBI. Folks are in town. He's from that town in Massachusetts I can never say. And the pitch, that's outside, ball 1.
That song is called Friday.
Okay. That makes sense.
It does make sense.
Feinstein has swiped 5 out of 7 this year. And a throw to first base, Matt dives back in time. Chukars have only been caught 9 times on the bases. They've swiped 50 of 59. That's an 85% success rate. Count on Andrew, 1-0, 2 outs. Feinstein at first, another throw to first base. This one close, but Matt's hand beat the tag of Villa Escusa. Andrew 2 for 4 in last night's game. Did not play in the first game against these two teams. 1-0 breaking ball is a called strike. Evens out the count at 1 apiece. Yeah, more and more folks coming into the Luke. Hey, it's Friday night. What else is there to do in town? 1-1 pitch. That's lifted high but foul down the right field line. And the count now 1-2 on Andrew. Andrew back in the batter's box. Solis looks into his catcher. Barnes comes set at the belt. The 1-2. Boy, that thing is ripped into the Chukars dugout. Everybody okay?
It's an ugly finder, John.
Well, it didn't hit anybody. It whizzed past the ear of Bob Malacky, the pitching coach. But I'm not calling Bob ugly, no means whatsoever. 1-2. Fastball misses outside, 2 balls, 2 strikes. 10 wins and 42 losses for this young team, mostly made up from youngsters from Mexico. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Matt Feinstein at first. That's low and away, and the count full, and Matt will be off with a pitch.
And the tough thing for them, too, if you look at their schedule, it's made up mostly of 3 teams. The Chukars, the Raptors, and the Rockies. Not a very easy time. They play Billings, I think, once, Great Falls once.
That's 3 of the top 4 teams in the Pioneer League. Full count, 2 outs. Feinstein will be off. The payoff pitch from Solis to Don. He takes it for ball 4. So back-to-back walks with 2 away. And it brings up Thomas Devonville, the Chukars center fielder. A .345 hitter on the year with 11 home runs, 62 RBI. Debo had a solo home run last night as the Chukars hit 3 out of the park. Idaho Falls with the second most home runs in the Pioneer League, only trailing Missoula. Righty, Solis to Devonville. The pitch is low, ball 1. Well, as of late, the Chukars have been clutch in 2-out situations.
And Devonville loves playing this team. 7 of his 11 home runs against the Vibes. 34 of his 62 RBI against the Vibes.
Thomas says, let's play him some more. The 1-0 pitch, or the 0-1 pitch. No, 1-0, now it's 2-0. A little high and tight by Solis. Back-to-back walks after the first 2 Chukars were retired. The count 2-0. Debo waits. Takes the pitch high and inside, and it's ball 3. 46 innings pitched this year. Solis has walked 23.
Big-time green light here.
3-0. Check of the runner. That pitch is high, and it's ball 4. Bases are loaded for Kona Quiggle. Kona hit a 3-run home run 2 nights ago against Rocky Mountain. He's looking for some RBI. Kona 371 with 5 home runs, 34 RBI, and he loves to bat against right-handers. He's a left-handed hitter. No place to put Kona. The big wave from Phoenix, Arizona. Swing and a miss, took a home run hack, came up empty.
All of his home runs, all 5 off of righties.
2 nights ago, a 3-run home run in the first and a pair of doubles. Last night he faced a lefty, went over. A 1 pitch. That's inside fastball, 1-1 the count. Sam Little flied to center. Webb Little grounded to second, and then back-to-back-to-back free passes from Solis. Kona leans back. Now he's ready to swing, and that pitch is a called strike 2.
And that was pretty. That was the first time in that at-bat that Kona sees the breaking ball, and he wasn't ready for it.
So Solis trying to get out of this jam that he put himself in. The 1-2 pitch on the way, fastball upstairs, 2-2.
The great thing about that curveball, though, is it's much better to see that the first time when you've only got 1 strike on you instead of 2.
So 2-2 with 2 outs, bases juiced here in the bottom of the first. That pitch low and the count now full as the merry-go-round will start. And the Chukars' best inning all season long has been inning number 1. Feinstein at third, Don at second. Devonville at first. Payoff pitch, 3-2, down low, ball 4. 4 straight walks by Solis. Quiggle picks up an RBI the easy way with the bases loaded walk. And Mike Garcia, the pitching coach, will come out of the dugout for Rocky Mountain. He wants to talk with Aaron Solis.
And that's tough because this is all, you don't want to say this is all because you still have to take the pitches as the hitters, but Solis has just walked 4 straight. He got the first 2 guys. The ball hit from Sam hit pretty hard to center that Esparza ran down, but Webb Little, small dribbler, and you're thinking, okay, 2 straight, feeling good about myself, but no, 4 straight walks. And credit Kona Quiggle. You saw him take that 2-2 pitch. That was that curveball again. He took it down low, he recognized it, and then took the fastball low as well. A run on no hits.
And a couple of guys trot down to the bullpen for Rocky Mountain. Tyler Kelly, Chukars' second baseman, batting .417. 4 long balls for Tyler and 31 RBI. This is his 25th game this year, and he's hit in 24 of the 25. Or this is his 26th game. He had a 10-game hit streak to start his stay here in Idaho Falls. He went 0 for 4, and since then he's had a hit in 14 straight games. And by the way, he owns the second longest current hit streak in the Pioneer League. First pitch to Tyler, outside for a ball. David Mayberry, that slugger for the Ogden Raptors, has hit in 28 straight games. That guy, tough to get out. 1-0 pitch. At the knees, low. Below the knees, low, 2-0. Tyler has 9 doubles, 4 triples, and those 4 home runs. Solis, 2-0 pitch. Fouled back to the screen. It's 2-1. Brady West waits on deck for the Chukars.
All 4 of those home runs, though, John, all solo shots.
Chucks lead 1-0, but 3 men on and 2 outs. 2-1 pitch. That's a strike. 2-2 the count on Tyler. Kelly out of Cottonwood, Arizona. .21 years old. Here's the pitch. Hits it to the opposite side, but out of play, off the roof of the Chukars clubhouse, down the right field line. And the count remains 2-2. Well, Joe Slocum had an easy 3-up, 3-down top of the first, but Aaron Solis forcing to throw a lot of pitches here in the bottom of one. 2-2 pitch. Low in the dirt, ball 3. And once again, all 3 runners will be off with the pitch. 34 pitches already here in the first inning for Aaron Solis. Payoff pitch, Solis to Tyler Kelly, the 3-2. It's a high pop-up, foul territory, the first baseman via Escusa. But it's going to be dropped by the catcher, Barnes, in fair territory as the wind took that one. And that'll be an error on Griffin Barnes. The first error the Vibes have made this series. And the Chukars get a gift run.
And honestly, I didn't think that was Barnes' ball. When you come out as a catcher and you're facing the outfield, that's almost never your ball. Via Escusa came down the line. Barnes said he wanted it. To his credit, he got to the spot, but he tried to with the basket catch, and it just didn't work out for him.
And initially, Via Escusa went into foul territory, but the ball landed in fair territory. Now Brady West, the batter. Brady with 7 home runs this year, hitting .323. Well, they did call the 2 runs scored on that, excuse me. Yeah, 2 runs, the runners were off, but no RBI on the play. Pitch high. And both Don and Devonville scored. That ball was hit high. Quiggles over at third base and Kelly at first. The 8th Chukar to come to the plate here in the bottom half of inning number 1. There's a strike called outside corner at the knees. 1-1 the count. Well, the Chukars, 3 runs on no hits. 4 walks and a big error by Griffin Barnes, the catcher. Left-handed swinging Brady West. Swings and misses. And the count now 1-2. Nice slider by Solis. Brady West has the best home run per at-bat average on this team. He has 7, and of course he's had more in the knockout rounds this year, which don't count on the stats. Swing and a miss. He chased one that was inside and high, and that'll do it for the Chukars. They scored 3 runs on no hits, 1 error, and 2 men left on base after 1 from Melaleuca Field in Idaho Falls. It's the Chukars 3 and the Vibes nothing. Top of 2, Chukars 3-0. Ayoke, Barnes, Esparza 4, 5, and 6 in the Rocky Mountain batting order to face Joe Slocum. They're in the bottom of the 6th in Grand Junction. Ogden leads the Rockies 8-5. Billings has taken a 1-0 lead over Boise, and Missoula, they keep on winning. They lead Great Falls by a 1-0 score.
Well, whatever buttons Billings was pushing as well, that's working as well for them. They started 4-1 out of the gate. And I remember that last game of the first half, I was wondering who was going to start. Thought it might be Pilot, who was pitching well for the Mustangs. And I texted their broadcaster, Thomas Inzarella, and I said, who's going? And I said, Pilot. He goes, no, actually, they're saving him to start the second half. And so they knew late in the first half that they were trying to set up for a second half run. And so far, so good for Billings. 4-1 start, tied with the Chukars.
The only bad note on that story, we needed Billings to win that night.
Wasn't good for us.
No, not at all. Here's Manny Ayoke out of Torrance, California, hitting .311, 5 home runs, 10 doubles, 18 RBI. Again, played for the Chucks back in 2018, 2016, and 18. Played the entire year 5 years ago here at Melaleuca and hit .330 for the Chukars. Slocum facing Manny Ayoke. Breaking ball, called strike 1. Manny 2 for 6, just coming off the injured list for Rocky Mountain. That pitch bounced up there, then it hit Manny in the face. 1 ball, 1 strike. Manny with 2 of his 5 home runs against Idaho Falls, one of those here at Melaleuca. And he had, 8 putouts last night in center field?
Yep.
He was a busy boy. 1-1 Slocum to Ayoke. That one is low, 2-1. By the way, they gave away some nice looking t-shirts tonight, courtesy of Fred Wayne's. 99 KUPI, Local News 8, and 980 The Sports Zone. 2-1 pitch. Breaking ball, caught the inside corner. No, it did not. It's 3-1. A late breaker, but didn't catch the strike zone, according to the home plate umpire. 3-1 the count. Righty-righty matchup, Slocum facing Ayoke. And the 3-1 pitch is a strike at the knees, 3-2. Little, Van Marder, Kelly, and Don from third to first, the Chukars infield. 3-2 the count. Here's the pitch. That's going to be a base hit into center field. So Ayoke has a hit in all 3 games. First hit of the ball game for Rocky Mountain. And it brings up Griffin Barnes, the catcher. Manny stole a base last night. He has swiped 8, has been caught only twice. And by the way, with that base hit, Ayoke has a 7-game hit streak for the Vibes, and the guy at the plate, Griffin Barnes, has hit in 9 games in a row. Well, the Vibes have out-hit the Chukars. But there's only one column that counts. That's the run column, and it's 3-0. First pitch to Griffin Barnes. That breaking ball called strike 1. Barnes hitting .329 with a pair of home runs, 25 RBI. He's the catcher out of Fresno, California. 0-1 pitch, hit to right field. Sam Little drifting over. He's got a beat on it. He'll make the catch, and there's out number 1 here in the top of the 2nd. 1 out, 1 on for Joshua Esparza, who was a triple shy of the cycle last night. He doubled in the 2nd, singled in the 4th, and hit a 3-run bomb in the 6th. Esparza hitting .251, but he's 5 for 8 over the last 2 nights here at Melaleuca. Esparza out of Mexico, 19 years old. Yoke at first base. Average size lead. And he started to go, put on the brakes, and the pitch is a called strike. On deck is Antonio Villascusa.
The Vibes have stolen 12 bases and 17 tries against the Chukars this year in the first 20 games, so might see more action tonight.
0-1 pitch. Called strike at the knees, outside corner. 85 on the gun, it's 0-2. Tomorrow night, it's beach party night here at the ballpark.
I'll get my Aloha shirt ready.
I have mine ready to go.
Got one today from Fred Meyer.
Very good. I was going to lend you one of mine, but it would look like a tent on you. There goes a Yoke, a swing and a foul ball out of play. 0-2 the count.
I'll give a shout out to Fred Meyer, who is a good sponsor of ours, but I had never been in a Fred Meyer before.
Really?
So I walked in, and it was somewhere between grocery store, Macy's, Ace Hardware. I was very confused by what was going on in there, but it was awesome. It was a one-stop shop.
There you go. 0-2 the count on Esparza with Oyoke at first base. There's one out. Chukars lead 3-0 here in the top of the second. Ground ball down the third base line. Barehanded by Little. The throw's not in time. Infield single for Esparza. A slow roller, nothing Webb could do. He fielded cleanly with a bare hand, made a good throw, but Esparza's speed got him the infield single. Now runners at first and second for Antonio Villascusa. Translation, old guy. He's 35 years old as Antonio. Born in 1986, according to the roster.
If you look at the roster, the age column says 27, but if you look at the date of birth, it says 86. Now, he is a player coach on this team, we know that. I'm just not sure which column to believe.
Antonio hitting .284, left-handed hitter with 2 on and 1 out. Yoke's faked running to third, and Slocum stepped off and looked him back without the throw. Villascusa 5 doubles, 7 RBI this year. Of course, Rocky Mountain a couple of men short. That pitch called strike 1. Edgar Salazar got moved up in the organization, the Monclova organization.
Yep, there's only 2 guys on the bench tonight, Gallardo and Tirado.
Slocum checks the runner at second. There goes a Yoke. Ball, it's going to be a hit and run, and it's right through the open gap. And the throw to third is not in time, so Villascusa gets an RBI single to left. Third hit of the inning for the Vibes, and they're on the scoreboard. It's 3-1.
That might be the slowest hit RBI single I've seen all year, but it's a perfect hit and run.
So 3-1 the score. Brings up Luis Matos, the right fielder. For Villascusa, his 8th RBI of the year. Handled the bat perfectly that time on the hit and run. Van Marter, the shortstop, was going to second, and the ball hit right where Tyler was. Pitch high, ball 1. So Slocum worked a 3-up, 3-down first here in the second. 3 base hits. Yoke hit it pretty hard. The other 2, not so hard. The 1-0 pitch is a no called strike. 2-0 the count is our home plate umpire has a slow strike call. We have to wait for a second or 2. Matos batting 182. And he's going to have a base hit into right field. That's going to be a 3-2 ball game. Villascusa stops at second. And hit number 4 for the Vibes here in the second inning. RBI single by Matos. And the number 9 hitter, Elvin Carrillo, will come up to the plate. But before he does, Chukars pitching coach Bob Malacki will take the walk to the mound. Again, Tyler, it's not like they're hitting the heck out of Slocum's pitches, but they're hitting them where they're not.
No, 4 singles. Ayoke's ball, the hardest hit. Esparza, a little dribbler, probably went 75 feet. Villascusa, probably right off the knob of the bat, weakly hit into no man's land on the infield. But that's the game of baseball for you. Just hit it where they aim.
We mentioned earlier, in case you missed it, the Idaho Falls Bandits won their second game in the AA state tournament in Twin Falls, beating Coeur d'Alene 9-1. Little hang on Sloopy by the McCoys. That's my kind of music right there.
Yeah, you were all about the pregame music today, John.
Javi was on fire. Had a lot of Beatles and now some 60s rock.
The American Legion title game again in Shelby, North Carolina. Is that right?
I'm not sure where it's going to be held this year. But of course they'll have a regional tournament first. This is Elvin Carrillo batting .208. Carrillo, 17 years old, out of Mexico, right-handed batter. It's a 3-2 ball game. 1 out, 2 on. Breaking ball by Joe is a called strike. Three straight singles for Rocky Mountain. And the 0-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. It's 0-2. Pitch out of side in the dirt. Chukars took advantage of 4 walks and a big error to score their 3 runs in the first. Slocum ahead on Carrillo, the number 9 hitter. Here's the pitch. A swing and a miss. He struck him out. Out number 2, strikeout number 2 for Joe Slocum. As we move to the top of the order for Brandon Perez, who struck out his first time up. See, the Jenkins are here as usual. Baseball Bob and his lovely wife Georgia, they're here. Some of the other longtime fans taking the night off. See Scott Berger, head football coach at Skyline High School. He's in attendance, as he usually is. First pitch to Perez, ground ball, scooped up on the short hop by Webb Little. He'll make the throw for out number 3. 2 runs, 4 hits, no errors, and 2 men left on base for the Vibes in the second. After 1.5, it's Idaho Falls 3 and Rocky Mountain 2. Inning number 2, Van Marder, Little, and Little. Sounds like a law firm. Van Marder, Little, and Little. For any law problems you have?
No, for insurance runs.
Insurance, yeah. Okay, we'll go with that. Tyler Van Marder hitting .407. He has 4 hits in his 2 games. That pitch misses, 1-1. Eric Moon shooting video for tonight's sports news. Pitch high, 2-1 the count. Greg Woods back in the ballpark for the Post-Register. Great story on the Little twins. 2-1 pitch. It's going to be Perez. Scoops it up, makes the throw for out number 1. And that'll bring up Sam Little. Bottom of second, 3-2 the score. Checkers lead without a base hit. Steve Thayer in attendance, the team photographer, wearing another Grateful Dead t-shirt, swing and a miss by Sam.
He came in earlier with just a Chuckers shirt, and I said, Steve, this is the 2nd day in a row I've seen you without a Grateful Dead shirt. And he says, you know what? I'm going to go home and change and come back with the Grateful Dead shirt.
And he did. 0-1 pitch to Sam Little. That's low, 1 ball, 1 strike. Sam flied out to the center fielder Esparza his first time up. Sam hitting .370 against Rocky Mountain. That pitch low, 2-1. He has one of his 3 home runs against the Vibes.
Sorry, John.
No, go ahead, Tyler.
It's sort of forgotten about now, but Sam was our opening day designated hitter and cleanup man.
A big swing and a miss. It's 2-2. Little not the fastest Chucker, but he has 5 triples, and he had 2 in 1 ball game, which is very rare, no matter how fast you are. 2-2 to Sam Little. Pitch inside, count full. 3-2 with Brother Webb on deck. Not a bad crowd on a Friday night. And the payoff pitch, high fly ball. Esparza comes over on the run, makes the catch in left field, right in front of a sliding left fielder, Mike Anone. And that's the 2nd out of the inning. And it brings up Webb Little. Webb grounded to 2nd his first time up in tonight's game. Webb 2 for 8 in the series thus far.
Right now, the difference in this game, John, is that 2-run error by Griffin Barnes.
Pitch is a strike. Tomorrow night it'll be Jake Binder for the Chuckers and Francisco Herman for the Vibes. Game 4 of the 6-game set. Sam chops it foul off the end of his bat, rolls by the Vibes dugout.
Our first look at Herman this year.
Well, Solis got the first 2 guys out in the first, then walked 4 in a row. 0-2 pitch, fastball inside as Webb has to dance out of the way. Little 2-step. Slight breeze now blowing from right to left. 1-2 pitch. And that one right near the Rocky Mountain Vibes dugout. Count remains 1-2. Nice to be back here at Melaleuca Field. When the Chuckers are on the road, I feel lost, but I listen to Tyler every night. 1-2 pitch on the way. That's high, 2-2. You having fun, Tyler?
Having a blast.
Of course, Tyler helped us out last year doing 40 Bandits ball games. We had a lot of fun last year, but nothing like professional baseball. 2-2 pitch, hit foul down the third baseline. Not only is Tyler the road radio announcer, he's also the travel agent, if you will, for the team. He sets up all the bus schedules and hotel rooms. Do you dole out the meal money as well?
I do dole out the meal money. That's why the guys like me. I hand out the cash.
2-2 pitch, low, 3-2.
Getting some good Hilton Honors points along the way, you know.
Oh, you get those personally, huh?
You got to do what you can do.
Full count, Webb Little, Aaron Solis. And that's down low, ball 4. So will it be deja vu all over again? 5th walk already for Solis. And the batter is Matt Feinstein. Matt has 4 home runs against Rocky Mount out of his 11 total. Wears number 17 on his back. Webb Little has swiped 4 bases in 4 attempts this year. 2 outs in a 3-2 ball game. Feinstein takes a low snap toss to first, and Webb Little's back on his belly. Of course, Sunday, it's Madres Day here at the ballpark, and they're going to be giving away some good-looking Madres baseball caps.
Oh, they're fantastic.
1-0 pitch. That's a strike call, 1-1. In fact, for the first person who comes up right now to the broadcast booth, says, hey, John and Tyler, I want to come to the ball game Sunday. I got 4 tickets for you.
Oh, wow.
First person who comes up. 1-1 the count. Matt takes it inside, ball 2, 2-1. Oh, and we have a winner. Mary Kay Jenkins will bring some friends to the game on Sunday. Gonna bring her granddaughter. Thank you, Mary Kay. 2-1 the count. That pitch called strike, 2-2. We'll have more tickets to give away throughout the evening. But might be one of the better giveaways of the year.
Oh, the hats are fantastic. I took one out of the boxes, and it's a very sturdy hat. I love the coloring on it. And, of course, not a whole lot of Madres caps left in the gift shop, so this is a great opportunity for you to get hands on one of these really nice green and blue caps.
I think first 500 fans. Courtesy of La Super Caliente. Teton Toyota. Ball gets away from Webb Little. He's going to go to second. And I think Villa Escusa just dropped the ball. That'll be an error on the first baseman. It's a good throw by Solis, but Villa Escusa couldn't handle it. And now the Chukars have a runner in scoring position with 2 outs. The count on Matt Feinstein is 2-2. Chukars scored all 3 runs with 2 outs in the first. Matt takes it down low, and it's 3-2. Solis slowly walks back up on the mound. Adjusts his baseball cap. Righty-righty matchup. Solis facing Feinstein. Payoff pitch, 3-2. That's ball 4, and here we go again. 6 walks. All 6 walks after 2 outs were recorded. And that'll bring up Andrew Don. No activity in the bullpen of Rocky Mountain. Well, now a couple of guys standing up, nobody throwing as of yet. Andrew, yep, he walked in the first as well. 64 pitches by Solis. That pitch, strike 1 called, outside corner. Chukars looking for their first hit of the game here in the bottom of the second. But somehow, some way, they have a 3-2 lead. The 0-1 to Andrew. Low, 1 ball, 1 strike. Catcher Griffin Barnes wants a new baseball. Shane Proctor looks it over, and he'll put it back in his bag. Not like the major leagues, when any pitch in the dirt, they throw the ball out of play. That's not going to happen when it's costing the owners $5 a ball here in the Pioneer League this year. 1-1 pitch. Ooh, high and tight. 2-1 on Andrew.
I think now in baseball, I think they're taking every baseball, it seems like, and checking it for sticky stuff and checking gloves and belts and hats and pretty much everything else on the field right now.
2-1, 2 on, 2 out. So Lease pitches, and it's fouled back by Andrew in the count full. Not full, it's 2-2.
That's a pretty good pitch from Solis there to use Don's aggressiveness against him. He got high and tight with a fastball. He comes back with a breaking ball toward the outside corner. Don swings and fouls it back.
Andrew 2 for 4 in the series, has 6 home runs, 56 RBI. And here's the 2-2 pitch. Call strike 3 on the outside edge, and Solis gets the call. And the Chukars leave 2 men on base. No runs, no hits. There was 1 error and 2 left on base. We played 2 on your Friday night. It's Idaho Falls 3 and Rocky Mountain 2. Top of 3, Nunez, Anone, and Ayoke facing Joe Slocum. 3-2 ball game. Chukars with the lead. John Balgini, Tyler Peterson.
A strange ball game so far, John.
Yes, indeed. Chukars have a lead, and they haven't had a base hit yet. The Vibes have 4 hits and 2 runs on the board. Here's Nunez. He popped out to Webb Little, the third baseman. First time up tonight. Switch hitting second baseman is Aldo Nunez. Little guy, 5'80". They list him at 175. That might be with a rock on the scales. Pitch fouled down the first baseline. Nine teenagers on this Rocky Mountain team, including a 16-year-old. Swing and a miss on a pitch that was outside. 0-2 the count. When I was 16, I was getting in trouble. And you might say, well, what has changed over the years? 0-2 the count on Aldo Nunez. He stays alive, fouls it back to the screen.
John Balgini, rebel without a cause at 16 years old, slick back hair, leather jacket, I can see it.
Now that might be a little before my time. I was more like a hippie back when I was 16. Long hair.
Good tie-dye shirt?
Tie-dye shirt, yep. Love the movie Easy Rider. Now Nunez steps out of the batter's box. The days of no cell phones, no computers, no video games. 0-2. Base hit into left field as Nunez goes the opposite way, and that's hit number 5 for the Vibes in this ball game. They had 7 hits last night, 9 the night before, but already 5 here in 2+ innings. And that'll bring up Mike Annone.
You know, the video games, the TV, the phone, they're all great. I think I could live without them. The one thing I don't think I could live with, though, is typing on a typewriter, because for the amount of mistakes I make on a computer or just writing with a pencil, I don't think there's any way I could have got past that typewriter.
That was a class you had to pass in high school, typing 101. Pitch to Annone is high, ball 1. If you want to see a master typer, check out Kevin Green one of these days. Tell you what, 80, 90 words a minute?
Really?
No. He hunts and pecks with 2 fingers. 1-0 the count. Throw to first base. It's close, but safe, says first base umpire Mike Colson.
Kevin Green, who always declares himself as least tech-savvy person on the face of the earth.
Well, I'm right behind him if that's the case. That's why I like these young guys to come in and teach me the ropes of this high-tech world of ours. Annone, left-handed hitter. Tying run is at first base with nobody out here in the top of the 3rd. The 1-0 pitch. There's a good pitch. West dropped it. The throw down to second's not in time. That's going to be a pass ball. I don't know if Brady got crossed up, but the ball popped out of his mitt. Nunez was off, not with the pitch, but once the ball left Brady's glove, the throw down to second not in time. So now the Vibes have the tying run at second base with nobody out. And the count on the batter is 1 ball, 1 strike.
I don't think Brady expected Nunez to go there. I don't even know if he knew he went.
So the Vibes a base hit away from tying the ball game up. 1-1. Ball hit to the first baseman, Andrew Don. A great play by Andrew. It took a funny hop, but Andrew with that big first baseman's glove got it, took it to the bag himself. We're out number 1, and over to third base goes Nunez. That easily could have been an extra base hit. Andrew Don, one of the better fielding first basemen in the league. He's made only 1 error all season long. Now here's Manny Ayoke. Manny single to center. Don at first, Little at third, playing near the grass.
Don't look.
And now the infield comes in.
And don't look now, but a fly ball ties this game.
Slocum's first pitch to Manny Ayoke is a breaking ball that caught the inside corner, called strike 1. Chukars with the infield in here on the top of the 3rd. Slocum comes set. Kicks, 0-1 delivery. That's another breaking ball and another called strike, and it's 0-2 on the former Chucker, Ayoke. Boy, we had Manny Ayoke and Amalani Fuka, a crowd favorite. 0-2. Pitch low, 1-2. That was another young kid that we thought would go a long ways in the Royals organization, but didn't last. 1-2 on Ayoke. The runner at third is Nunez. He's the tying run. We have 1 out. Top of 3. Slocum looking for a strikeout. Breaking ball. And instead it's going to be a base hit into center field, and we're tied at 3 as Ayoke has his second base hit, his 19th RBI of the season, and it's a 3-3 ball game here in the top of the 3rd.
And pretty much the exact same spot as the line drive in the 2nd inning, right in front of Thomas Devonville. Hey, 6 hits, all singles for the Vibes.
Now here's Griffin Barnes, the catcher. And for the home team, 0 base hits. Ayoke stole a base last night. He's 8 for 10 on the year. Has a pretty good lead at first base. Throw it over to first by Joe Slocum. Manny's back standing up. Same two teams tomorrow night. Beach party night presented by Lookout Credit Union. $1 off all hamburgers, courtesy of the Idaho Beef Council tomorrow. Another throw over to the bag at first. Barnes, right-handed hitter. No count on Griffin. There's the pitch, high, ball 1. Joe Slocum had an easy top of the first, 3 up, 3 down, not many pitches, but he's given up 4 hits in the second, 2 more here in the third. The count 1-0 on Barnes. How about a nice double play ball to the Chucker infield? That pitch, low, throw by West. Boy, nearly went to center field, but Tyler Kelly showed some hops, the second baseman. That'll be a wild pitch. And now the Vibes have the go-ahead run at second base. Tyler Kelly, 5'10", showed some pretty good hops there to keep the ball in the infield, or Ayoke would have been at third base. 1 out, 1 on, and 1 run in. And a long third inning, although not a lot of action. That breaking ball is a called strike, 2-1. Chuckers in the home half of the third, Devonville, Quiggle, and Kelly. Joe looks into Brady West. Set at the belt, checks Ayoke at second. 2-1 pitch. Just missed, and it's 3-1.
Looking back at that play, John, I think it's a pass ball. Watch the curve ball. It's like Brady should have caught it there and went off his shin guard.
Okay, so another pass ball, no wild pitch. The count 3-1 now. Here's a ball hit to the right side, a slow roller. Kelly's going to field, throws in time for out number 2 as Ayoke goes over to third base. Well, Chucker catchers had only 6 pass balls all season long. A couple of tonight, both in this inning. Here's Joshua Esparza, infield single, his first time up. Ayoke at third with 2 away. Slocum to Esparza, swing and a miss. Foul tip held on by Brady. Well, for an hour into the ball game, and it's only in the top of the third, and not a lot of scoring taking place, that's for sure. A lot of pitches being thrown. 0-1, low, 1-1. Slocum to Esparza. Ayoke takes his lead at third in foul territory. Here's a base hit, and the Vibes take the lead. An RBI single by Esparza. He's now 2 for 2 in this game. He's 7 for 10 over the last 3 nights. And Rocky Mountain takes a 4-3 lead. They have amassed 7 base hits, all 7 in the last 2 frames, and this is Antonio Villascusa, who had an RBI single his first time up. Again, nothing hit hard, just pecking away are the Vibes, but they're having success. Here's Villascusa, left-handed hitter. Pitch misses outside, ball one. Esparza at first base, 50-50 on the bases, 3 steals, 3 times caught. The count 1-0. Fastball outside, 2-0. 2 in the second and 2 in the third for Rocky Mountain. Chukars got 3 in the first on 4 walks and an error. See, the Fulmers are here. Shelley and her husband pitches low, 3-0. At first base, Joshua Esparza. At the plate, Antonio Villascusa.
Well, Joe laboring a bit at 55 pitches now.
Down in the count, 3-0. Villascusa takes a big hack, just a little bit late, fouls it off to our left. Antonio listed as a catcher. 5'11", 190. That might be a little light, maybe with 1 foot on the scale. Big hole for Villascusa, the left-handed hitter on the right side of the Chukar infield. He hits a high fly ball. Devonville started in 2 steps, drifts back. He's under it. He'll make the catch for out number 3. But Rocky Mountain takes the lead, 2 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and 2 men left on base. We go to the bottom of the third. It's Rocky Mountain 4, Idaho Falls 3. Bottom of 3, Devonville, Quiggle, and Kelly to face Aaron Solis. Chukars still looking for their first hit of the game. Devonville walked his first time up. Solis with 2 strikeouts, but he's walked 6. That's the bad news for the right-hander out of Houston, Texas. The good news, Chukars haven't had a base hit yet. The top hitting team in the Pioneer League. But it's early. Here's Debo facing Solis. First pitch, strike 1 called at the belt. Devonville swings and misses at a breaking ball, and it's 0-2. Solis has the only win against the Chukars all season long. Chukars have won 19 games and lost 1, and Solis was the winning pitcher. That pitch misses just barely. It's 1-2. Out of Texas Southern University, the SWAC Conference. 1-2 pitch. Debo fouls it back into the parking lot. Here's the full windup, 1-2 on the way from Solis. High fastball, 2-2. On deck is Quiggle. He'll be followed by Kelly. The Vibes on top, 4-3. That pitch high, 3-2. Checkers have stranded 4 men already in the first 2 innings. And again, they scored 2 on a dropped pop-up. Devonville goes the opposite way. Right fielder hasn't played perfectly. That's Matos. And that's out number 1. Hardest hit ball of the night by Idaho Falls, but one of those atom balls. Right at him, Luis Matos. And here's Kona Quiggle. Kona walked and picked up an RBI. A breaking ball, a swing and a miss by Kona. That pitch had a lot of movement on it. The 0-1 delivery. Calls strike 2, and Quiggle's down in the count 0-2 in a hurry. Let's see if Solis goes right at him. 0-2 pitch. Low, 1-2. Uh-oh, delivery time from the boys. High Country kettle corn, the best kettle corn in the land. This one is swung on and missed. The catcher, Griffin Barnes, makes the play. Villascusa didn't think he caught the ball. He had to look in his mitt to make sure it was there. But it's out number 2. And it brings up Tyler Kelly. That's the 3rd strikeout for Aaron Solis. Who's going to get the first hit for the Chukars?
Well, it's interesting. Solis not giving them much of anything to hit. It's been sort of the outside parts of the strike zone. He's going with breaking balls.
First pitch to Kelly is low. Tyler hit that pop-up that the catcher Barnes dropped in fair territory. That scored 2 runs for the Chukars, or they would be down 4-1. That pitch misses outside, 2-0. Now Solis tossing a no-hitter. But there have been 7 base runners. That one bounces up there, and it's 3-0. Well, Solis in the first inning got the first 2 guys out, walked 4 in a row. Second inning got the first 2 guys, walked 2 in a row. And he's got the first 2 guys out here on the 3rd. Let's see what happens on the 3-0 pitch. It'll be a ball hit deep to left center field. This one is long, strong. It is gone. We know who has the first hit. It's a home run for Tyler Kelly. And with one swing of the bat, the Chukars have tied it up. And that was hit to the deepest part of the ballpark in left center field. For Tyler Kelly, his 5th home run of the year, and we're tied at 4.
5 home runs, 5 solo shots. They will take it in this game. It ties it up.
And the Chukars score another run with 2 outs. Here's Brady West. That ball hit hard by Tyler Kelly. His hit streak now at 15 games in a row. First pitch to Brady West takes it for a ball.
I'm going to eat this kettle corn, John, while it's nice and hot.
You bet. Dig in. 1-0 pitch called strike to Brady. 1-1 the count. Well, Solis was down 3-0.
Listen to that crunch.
And he crushed the 3-0 pitch over the left center field fence. He did have the green light, by the way. 1-1 pitch. Brady takes it inside, but it caught the inside corner as he scooted out of the way. It's 1-2. Solis pitched to West. Swing and a miss. He struck him out for the second time. But the Chukars finally a base hit, a solo home run by Tyler Kelly. We played 3 here at Melaleuca Field. It's the Chukars 4 and the Vibes 4 on KSBZ. Top of 4, your line score. Rocky Mountain Vibes, 4 runs, 7 hits, 2 errors. Idaho Falls Chukars, 4 runs on 1 hit and no errors. It's the bottom of the order for Rocky Mountain, the 4th, and to take you through the middle part of this ball game, here's Tyler Peterson.
I can't think of one game this year, John, that's been like this. 7 hits for the Vibes, 4 runs for them, just 1 hit for the Chukars.
But again, only 1 column counts.
That's the run column.
Yep.
Matos, Carrillo, and Perez, the first 3 hitters here in the bottom of the 4th. We're all tied up at 4. Matos today is 1 for 1 with an RBI single. This is game 3 of 6 in our homestand. We'll have 3 more. We'll wrap around to Monday. We'll have a lot of fun tomorrow with our beach party night presented by Lookout Credit Union. You can also get $1 off your hamburgers tomorrow, courtesy of the Idaho Beef Council. First pitch to Matos, he shows bunt, pulls it back, and it's ball 1. Of course, the Copa Sunday we talked about, and then 26th is the Rexburg night and no alcohol night. It's always a jam-packed game. 1-0 pitch to Matos, on its way, hit to center field, in comes Devonville. This will drop in front of him for the 8th hit for the Vibes. Matos a 2-hit night. Third straight inning in a row that the Vibes have led off with a base hit. Here's Carrillo.
Quick check of the scores. Billings 4, Boise nothing. Great Falls leads Missoula 7-2, and the Raptors roughing up the Rockies. It's now 17-5 in the 8th.
First pitch to Carrillo. Will he show bunt? Throw over to first. Back in time is Matos, and Carrillo did not show bunt. Thought maybe they'd get him tipping his hand, but no dice. Carrillo, a right-handed hitter against the right-handed pitching Slocum. First pitch to the plate. He bunts. It's a good one. It's back to Slocum. He picks it up. He'll throw on to first in time. 1-3 on the sacrifice bunt. That gets Matos to second, and there's 1 away. Good disguise from Carrillo there. Did not show bunt until very late in that pitch. Sac bunt moves Matos down to second. Now here's Perez. They'll have 2 shots from the top of the order to try to get Matos in to retake the lead. It's 4-4 in the top of the 4th. a hazy evening. The haze, however, sort of kept it a little bit cooler today. First pitch is a high, deep drive to left. Back is Feinstein. Near the track, at the wall, that is foul. Off of the Sam Club sign in foul territory. Just in the field of play, it's a foul ball. Pretty good drive from Perez there. Just a bit early. It's 0-1. Both bullpens quiet. That may change if Perez can get Matos in. Here's the pitch. There goes Matos. A ground ball towards third. Webb, is he able to tag him? No, but he throws on to first to get the out. A ground ball to the third baseman, Webb Little. We saw a play very similar to that yesterday. Webb almost able to tag Matos as he went from second to third. Gave it a little bit of a swipe, but just threw on to Don to get the sure out. 5-3 on the out. To third is Matos, and there's 2 away. It'll be up to Nunez, who is 1 for 2. Lefty-righty matchup. The first pitch on its way. That is just a bit low. Change up from Joe. Two outs in the top of inning number 4. Runner at third for the Vibes. 1-0 count to Nunez, the second baseman. Here's the pitch. A ground ball toward short. Van Marter gets it on the second hop. He throws sidearm to first. They get Nunez 6-3. And the inning is over. A leadoff hit for Matos, but the Vibes cannot get him in. They leave him at third base. We move to the bottom of inning number 4 on KSPZ 980. Welcome back to our ball game. Bottom of inning number 4. 4-4 our game. Vibes and Chukars. Game 21 against the Vibes this year. The Chukars are 19-1 in the previous 20 against this team. Solis back on the mound for his 4th inning of work. Van Marter at the plate, his second at bat. The first pitch to Tyler is a strike called at the knees. Fastball at 86. Ground out to short in the first at bat for Van Marter. Solis from the windup. Here's the pitch. A swing and a miss. Went to the changeup. Same spot. Got the swing and a miss on Van Marter. It's 0-2. Solis beat the Chukars, as we said, but the Chukars have also beat him several times. Here's a ground ball to third. Carrillo. Easy ground ball for him. He throws on to first, and they get Van Marter 5-3. 2 ground outs for Tyler Van Marter. Back to the top of the lineup for Sam Little. Sam has hit 2 balls to center field for Esparza, a line drive and a flyout. Got the Little brothers back-to-back at the top of the lineup. First pitch from Solis, that is a strike. No. A fastball inside just a bit. 1-0. Solis from the windup. The 1-0 pitch to Sam Little. A swing and a miss. Nice big cut from Sam, but he comes up empty. And I think our radar gun has stopped working. 1 out in the bottom of the fourth. Base is empty. 1-1 to Sam Little. Here's Solis to the plate. This is swung on, tapped back to the screen. Foul ball. One hit for the Chukars, although they've scored 4 runs. It was a Tyler Kelly solo shot off of our scoreboard, right above Toyota on that Zion's Bank sign. Here's the pitch to the plate. That's fouled back. Still 1-2. Webb on deck. Webb Little on deck. Sam Little at the plate. Pitch to Sam. He takes that breaking ball. Strike 3 called on the outside. Ring him up. And Sam Little heads back to his dugout, 2 away. For Solis, that's now his 5th strikeout. So far, you could call this an off night for this Chukars offense. Here's Webb Little. First pitch, ground ball, foul. Just the solitary hit. On the pitching side, 4 runs on 8 hits. This ball hit down the left field line. Over is Anone. This ball is just a bit foul. Bounces on the warning track. None gave it a pretty good chase. For Webb now, it's 0-2. Oh and 2, 2 outs. Solis looking for his first 1-2-3 inning. From the windup, he kicks. He throws. It's inside, bounces off Barnes back to the dugout of the Chukars. And it's 1-2. Wind blowing from right to left quite rapidly. Here's the 1-2 pitch from Solis on its way. Webb, a swing and a miss. 1-2-3 go the Chukars. 2 strikeouts for Solis. And this remains a 4-4 ball game as we head to the top of the 5th on KSPZ 980, the Sports Zone. Welcome back to our ball game. Tyler Peterson and John Balgini inside the Jim Garshow radio booth in Melaleuca Field, Idaho Falls, Idaho. On your home for Chuckers baseball, KSPZ 980, the Sports Zone. Joe Slocum to face the heart of this order tonight, Anone, Ayoke, and Barnes.
As we listen to Robert Zimmerman, a.k.a. Bob Dylan.
I think they've got the John Balgini playlist tonight.
I tell you what, I'm digging this music hobby. Hey, coming up tomorrow and Sunday in Ogden, Tyler, it's the Pioneer Baseball League Tryouts. Maybe explain to the folks how that's going to work.
So this is a post-draft tryout, and every team will be required to either take a player in this year's draft and sign him to a contract this year, or invite him to spring training next year. There's about 110 or so players, a 2-day camp, a member representing each organization will be there, and there will be a draft on Sunday, starting with the worst team at the moment, which is the Rocky Mountain Vibes, in reverse order of record. So the Chuckers will either have the 7th or 8th pick of the 110 tryees who are there, as the first pitch to Anone is a called strike.
Now, were they invited, or did just people sign up? Any idea how that worked?
Yeah, so there was a sign-up, and there was, I believe, a fee to sign up. So it was sort of for serious inquiries only for those who were not drafted or those taken in this year's 2021 player draft. But anyone was eligible to go as long as you still have the under 3 years of experience. I understand former Chucker Brooks Benson was one of those guys. And I believe Matt Jeffrion had initially was signed up for that before he landed with the Chuckers.
My invite must still be in the mail.
We still both have our eligibility, John.
Yes, we do.
1-2, 2 outs. Anone waits for the pitch from Slocum. Here it is. This is hit to right field. Oh, Sam broke back. Now he breaks in. He makes the catch. I thought Anone got a lot more of that, but it turns out just to be a lazy fly ball to right. One away.
So we could have a new player come Monday.
We could have a new player come Monday. I understand that we will not have to cut anyone either. For those who do take a player and bring them on the roster this season, there will be an extra 26th man slot that can only be used by a player in that tryout camp. First pitch to Manny Ayoke, fouled away. So for example, John, let's say we take a left-handed relief pitcher. So there's only one. Let's just say we do that. That gentleman, as long as he remains on the team, will be able to occupy a 26th man slot. If we let him go at any point, that slot goes away, and we cannot fill it again. 0-1 pitch. That is just inside.
Glad to know all that information. Thank you, Tyler.
So yes, we could have a new Chucker come Monday. A pitch in the dirt. 2-1 to Manny Ayoke. 2 for 2. An RBI single. He's also scored 2 runs.
I'm hoping for a guy who throws 98.
Not sure if anyone like that will be there, but I believe each organization has the list of players. 2-1 to Ayoke. Here's the pitch, a swing and a foul off the instep of Ayoke. It's 2-2.
Of course, the Major League Draft cut in half. Instead of 40 rounds, they're down to 20, so there should be a lot of good talent out there as Foul Ball Paul checks on Manny Ayoke. Make sure he's okay. Manny says, yep, I'm okay. Ayoke.
Ayoke. 2-2 to Manny. 1 out here in the top of the 5th. 4-4 score. Slocum a deep breath. Now he starts his motion. He kicks. He fires. It's just a bit low. Nice slider there from Slocum, but I think Ayoke recognized it out of the hand. Took it below the zone. It's 3-2. Full count pitch. Here it is from Slocum on its way. Breaking ball. That's fouled. And the last time Ayoke was in a 3-2 count, Slocum threw him a fastball, and he sent it right back to center field. So There on 3-2, he went breaking ball, and Aoki fouls it off. 3-2, 1 out. Base is empty, a 4-4 game in the top of the top of the fifth. 3-2 pitch from Slocum. This is hit to center field again. Over is Devonville. Looks like he's got a beat on it. He does. Makes a chest-high catch with one hand. There are 2 away.
Your Mets 5 in a row retired by Joe Slocum after a rough second and third inning.
Now here's Griffin Barnes. Barnes is 0 for 2. 8 hits for the Vibes so far through the first 4 2/3. And this will be important for Slocum to get through this inning. We said we were targeting at least 5 innings from him today. But he has been in trouble. First pitch to Barnes. A fastball at 87 at the knees. 0-1. Barnes a fly out to right, a ground ball to the second baseman, Kelly. 0-1 pitch. This is hit to center field. It's hit weakly. Debo coming in. Debo's going to play that one on a hop. Just hit a little too weakly, maybe a little too off the end of the bat. It's the 9th hit now for the Vibes. Here's Esparza. Apparently the hottest man on earth.
7 for 10.
Five for his last 6. 2 singles today for Esparza, including an RBI single. First pitch on its way. This is hit to right field. Back is Sam, still going back. He's going to be at the track. He reaches up. He makes the catch. The inning is over. A 2-out single for the Vibes, but they leave Barnes on base. We head to the bottom of the 5th, still tied 4-4 on KSPZ 980. Welcome back to our ball game. Bottom of inning number 5. 4-4 ball game. It's Matt Feinstein, Andrew Don, and Thomas Devonville, the heart of this order. Someone trying to break this tie. Just 1 hit for the Chukars, and it was a solo shot by Tyler Kelly.
Time to wake those bats up, Chucks.
First pitch to Matt, a slider outside for ball 1. It is the bottom of the 5th, so we'd like to do our Toyota 5th inning check-in. If you're listening to tonight's game, let us know on either Twitter, on Facebook, or directly on YouTube. using our YouTube live chat. We love to chat with folks out there. Next pitch, that's a called strike to Matt Feinstein. It's 1-1. Leadoff man leadoff man up in the bottom of the 5th. This is a ground ball into left field, and now the leadoff man is on. Just, use my powers to see about 5 seconds into the future there. And here's Andrew Don.
Solis had retired 7 straight since the Tyler Kelly home run, but a good start for the Chukars here in the 5th.
Here's Don. First pitch, swung on a missed.
A couple of Vibes doing some exercises, getting loose in the bullpen, nobody throwing yet. So Lisa's been tough on the Chucks tonight.
Oh, one counted on, a ground ball into right field. Oh, did it hit Matt Feinstein? It did not. Into right field for a base hit. I thought for a minute there that Matt had that ball hit off his shoe, but it looks like he just was able to skip over it. So back-to-back singles for the Chukars in this inning. 2 men on. Their second and third hit of the ball game. And this is a big-time rally.
The slumbering bats have awakened.
78 folks watching on YouTube right now. We want to say hi to some of them, like Pete Kelly, who says, "Let's go, Tyler." Shannon Reeves, who's watching the game while heading to Washington State. First pitch to Devonville, a half swing. Does he go? Yes, says Mike Colson at first.
Hopefully she's not driving while she's watching.
Or maybe someone else is driving for her. Jan Quiggle from Lowell, Michigan watching, as is Scott Humphreys. Rick in freezing California. Scott Humphreys in Boise right now with his family. That pitch is outside to Debo. It's 1-1. Feinstein at second after he singled. Don at first after he singled. 1-1 to Devonville. A 4-4 ball game here in the bottom of inning number 5. Solis to the plate. That is a called strike 2 at the knees.
Vibes with the right-hander warming up. So Lisa's thrown a lot of pitches, especially in the first 2 innings.
Solis comes set on the mound. The 1-2 pitch to Devonville, a swing, a line drive to center field, a base hit. They're going to send Feinstein. Here's Esparza up with the ball. A throw to the plate is cut off by the pitcher Solis. Oh, it's by Villascusa. Now they've got Devonville in a rundown. They're going to run him towards second base. Here comes Don to the plate. The throw is not in time. And Devonville is safe at second. Give credit to Thomas Devonville staying in that pickle long enough to have the ever well-footed Don sprint home and slide under the tag of Barnes. Villascusa, who cut the ball off on the mound, I thought for a second that it was going to be a great play. They were going to have Debo at second. Smart decision to cut it off. As it turns, it backfires majestically.
I thought maybe they had a play at home if the Escusa did not cut it off, but great base running by Devonville, and the Chucks with 3 straight base hits here in the 5th.
RBI single for Devonville. Don will also score on the play. No second RBI for Devonville. And 3 straight singles. Here's Kona Quagle. The Chucks lead 6-4. Want to know to Kona Quiggle. Here's the pitch. That is a called strike on the outside corner. Fastball at 84.
And by the way, all 3 hits hit awfully hard by the Chukars off Solis here in the 5th. I think his tank might be hitting E, as in empty.
101 pitches for Solis. Pitch to Quiggle, fouled off. Matt Freimeyer watching with the family from home tonight in Idaho Falls. Kids are ready for bed, he says. 9 o'clock on a Friday night.
Come
Kids
on,
ready for
Dad.
bed?
Let them stay up. They're going to be up at 5 a.m. anyway, tomorrow to wake you up.
This pitch swung on a miss by Kona. A huge swing. And he strikes out. Solis, his 7th strikeout of the game. You can definitely tell that Solis does have good stuff today. Started to unravel a little bit here. Of course, he has walked quite a few batters as well. He's walked 5 tonight. 6, 4 in the first, 2 in the second. And the 2 errors also have not helped the cause for the Vibes tonight. 6-4 Chukars lead. Here's Kelly, ball over his head. That was a breaking ball that did not break at 75. Curtis Davis says howdy from Aurora, Colorado. Vibes parents. Seth Davis's parents, I suppose. Thanks, Curtis.
Pitched well last night for the Vibes, did Seth.
Matt says you're right, JB. 5 all week, 5 o'clock a.m. all week. Pitch to the plate. Ooh, that must have missed high a little bit. It's 2-0 now. No more DJ JB in the mornings, though.
Nope. Except on Saturdays. I did my weekly show this morning on Arrow 107.1.
2-0 pitch. This is hit to right field. This will get out of play, though. Foul ball into the parking lot. It's 2-1 to Kelly. Devonville at second. 1 man out. Chukars with a 6-4 lead here in the bottom of the 5th. Pitch to Kelly is outside. Bill Eskerich checking in with us, watching on our drive to Denver. And the Daties are watching from Rockford, Illinois. Let's get some hits. 3-1 to Kelly. 1 out in the inning. Solis to the plate, breaking ball high, ball 4.
And that might be it. In fact, it will be, as out comes the skipper, Eddie Dennis.
Dennis walking to the mound. Looks like a right-hander is ready. And he stuck out his left hand. But we are going to have a pitching change. The pitching change is brought to you by the Smith Group, simplifying the car buying experience for 100 years. We'll be back and we'll tell you about the new pitcher on KSPZ, the Sports Zone, your home for Fox Sports and the Idaho Falls Chukars. New pitcher for the Rocky Mountain Vibes on your Friday evening. It's Juan Diego Pineda replacing Aaron Solis.
Solis, 5 1/3, gives up 4 hits. Walked 7, struck out 7, has given up 6 runs. 4 of those have been earned, and the 2 runners on base are the responsibility of Aaron Solis, but he pitched a pretty good ball game, just too many pitches early on.
Brady West, who has struck out twice, will face Pineda. 2 men on, 1 man out in the bottom of inning number 5. The first pitch is swung on and missed. Change up at 81. Got Brady to swing over it. Juan Diego Pineda in 6 games against the Chukars is 0-1 in 8 1/3 innings. He's allowed 16 hits, 15 runs, although only 9 earned. 4 walks, 9 strikeouts. He's allowed a home run as well. 6-4 the Chukars lead. 2 runs coming in on a single from Thomas Devonville. The pitch to the plate, a swing, a ground ball toward Caden White.
Oh!
It's a foul ball. Couldn't make the play.
Think they're getting on him in the dugout? I think so.
Well, Whitey's got good hands. He's got to make that play, John. Mark West, GB Mangis, both checking in on Twitter. Oh, 0-2 pitch to Brady. That's swung on, fouled back. He stays alive. Well, we've seen a few nights where Brady might strike out 3 times, but he usually finishes that game by getting a double and a single or doing something else. He never has 0 for games. So he'll always fight for his at-bats. 1 out in the bottom of the 5th. Some friends checking in on Facebook. We'll get to those after this 0-2 pitch from Pineda. Here it is to the plate. That is in the dirt, blocked by Barnes. 1-2. Who is here with us? Michael Bueller is here, Section C, Row 8, listening to you and John in one ear. There's a wave from Michael.
Always wearing the jerseys, Michael and his wife.
Get this. Listening to us in one ear, listening to the Olympics in the other. Go Chukars, go Team USA.
Multitasking.
And by the way, let's do this right now. If you're out there listening to us in the stands, give us a little bit of a wave. I love to wave back to you guys. I love to see everyone who's bringing the radios to the yard. So I want to give a shout out to you guys. This pitch to West is just a bit inside. It's now 2-2. Thank you so much, folks, for listening tonight. The Dorches are here. Go Chukars. A big thanks to John and I for all we do. Keep it up. Thank you. Thank you, Dustin. Chris Adolphson down the first baseline watching an exciting game. And Travis and Sydney Davis watching on YouTube. Also just got done watching Top Gun. 2-2 pitch to Brady. A ground ball foul off the front of the Chukars dugout.
That ball was headed for Jake Binder and Daniel Silva. A couple of Chukar starters.
Big shout out to the 76 folks watching. And for those en Mexico, bienvenidos. I understand we had quite a few views from Mexico over the last few days.
Buenos nachos.
Pitch to Brady. He pops this up, back and out of play.
Barnes had no idea where it was. He has a big smile on his face.
Also, special welcome to all those listening in Colorado Springs. We'd love to see the Vibes fans here as well. 77 folks watching right now on YouTube. We want to thank each and every one of you. Here, it's the bottom of the 5th. 2 men on, a 2-2 count to Brady West with 1 out in a 6-4 ball game. Chukars have just taken the lead. Brady with 4 foul balls in this at bat. He's trying to stay alive. Setting up outside is Barnes. The pitch to the plate is swung on and missed. Fastball at 92 from Pineda. Brady K's.
Foul tip held on by Griffin Barnes.
3 strikeouts for West. So Pineda strikes out the first batter he faces, and here's Van Marter. Van Marter, 2 ground outs. Chukars have been doing very well with 2 outs. In these kinds of situations, the first pitch to Van Marter, he takes a half swing and a miss. They called it a strike, actually. Tyler looks back and asks, was that the swing or was that the call? And it was the call. Our radar gun working again. First and second for Van Marter, who's 0 for 2. Pineda to the plate. That bounces up past Barnes to the backstop. A wild pitch, a very wild pitch. That bounced out way out in front of the dirt. To third goes Devonville, and to second goes Kelly. So Van Marter now with 2 men in scoring position and a 1-1 count. 6-4 Chukars. 2 outs in the bottom of the 5th. The pitch from Pineda, a little blooper down the right field line. That will get out of play. Oh, it was going for the Brady's hot tub, John. I thought we might have a splash hit tonight.
Looked like there are some folks in the Brady's hot tub tonight.
It's like a family with young kids enjoying that Brady's hot tub. And if you reserve our first base pinnock area, you too can enjoy the Brady's hot tub. 1-2 pitch to the plate, a little ground ball towards short. Perez is there, double clutch, throws on to first. Villascusa keeps his foot on the bag. They get Van Marter 6-3. The inning is over, but importantly, the Chukars have taken a 6-4 lead. They lead by 2 going to the top of the 6th on KSPZ 980. Top of inning number 6 in a 6-4 ball game. Idaho Falls leads. Joe Slocum back up on the hill. He is now the pitcher of record. He's working with a 2-run lead. He'll face Villascusa, and then Matos and Carrillo, the 7-8-9 hitters. Ashley Bueller checking in with us. Her dad in Utah right now. That's Lloyd Arnold watching from Fountain Green, Utah. Appreciate that, Lloyd. A strange ball game. 4 runs, 9 hits, 2 errors for the Vibes. For the Chukars, 6 runs on 4 hits and no errors. Here's Villascusa. The Chukars take the lead on an RBI single from Devonville, and then the second run scores on what I would call a botched pickle. Botched Pickle was also the name of my second album in high school, John. Here's the first pitch to Villascusa. That is a called strike on the outside corner. Escusa today is 1 for 2. He had an RBI single. This is a pop-up into shallow center. Out is Kelly backtracking. Here comes Sam. Kelly reaches behind him. He makes a great catch. A basket catch. He was swerving and turning. Reached out with that left arm. Caught the ball about waist high.
He had a long way to run to get that one, and nice play, Tyler Kelly. Devonville, the center fielder, and Sam Little, the right fielder, they were on their horse as well, but it was Kelly making a heck of a catch.
Kelly got to the spot first, and yeah, I don't know that either outfielder would have been there to make that play. Here's Matos, puts down a bunt, but it's foul. Matos is 2 for 2 tonight, 2 singles, one of which was an RBI single. Pitch to the plate, that's hit fairly deep toward right center field. Back is Devonville. He is going to get under this ball in right center. About 5 steps from the warning track, he makes the catch. Fairly hard hit ball from Matos, but it's an out, F8.
This will be Joe Slocum's final inning, a right-hander warming up in the bullpen for the Chukars. Joe has a chance to win his 3rd game of the year if the Chucks can hang on.
9 hits for the Vibes, all singles. Here's Elvin Carrillo. 2 outs for Carrillo. The first pitch is a big breaking ball that drops in for strike 1. Yeah, already the farthest Joe's gone in any game. He's 2-1 this year in 7 starts. 0-1 pitch to Carrillo, fastball in the dirt, breaking ball in the dirt, excuse me. Back-to-back breaking balls. He got Carrillo on a curveball in his first at-bat. Carrillo is 0 for 1 with a strikeout, had that sacrifice bunt. That got Matos to second. Two outs in the top of the 6th. Chukars lead 6-4. Slocum to the plate. That is a called strike 2. Changeup on the inner half. Joe Slocum's host family here tonight. There's Dick Raz sitting in his usual spot. 1-2 pitch to the plate. That is swung on and missed. Ball in the dirt. Brady going to pick it up. Fire to first. They get Carrillo. That's strikeout number 3 for Slocum, which amazingly ties his season high. 1, 2, 3, go the Vibes. We head to the bottom of the 6th. Chukars lead 6-4 on KSPZ 980. bottom of inning number 6 as Sam Little stands in the batter's box. It'll be Sam Little, Webb Little, Matt Feinstein. Welcome back to our broadcast on KSPZ 980. Tyler Peterson and John Balgini bringing you tonight's game. Chukars going for their 5th straight win. They lead 6-4 here in the bottom of the 6th. Little to face Pineda. The first pitch on the way. This is swung on, fouled out of play by Webb over the Vibes dugout. Strike one to Sam, who is 0 for 3 today. The first time this year that he is led off in the order. Pitch fouled straight back. Two fly balls to center field and a strikeout for Sam tonight. Came into the game batting .269. Pineda to the plate. That's high and outside. It's 1-2. Great Falls giving it to Missoula. A 12-run 5th inning for Great Falls. How about that? That pitch just a bit inside to Sam. It's 2-2.
Where was that in the first half?
They lead 14-4 in the bottom of the 6th in Great Falls. Pineda starts his motion. The 2-2 on its way to the plate. That is outside for ball 3. Full count to Sam. Second full count for him tonight. This at bat has gone from 0-2 to 3-2. Here's Pineda to the plate. This is swung on and missed. Fastball at 90 miles an hour. Sam strikes out for the second time tonight. Second strikeout for Pineda. And for Vibes pitching tonight, 9. So let's see if Sam's brother Webb can fare any better. Neither little brother with a hit in this game yet, although Webb did draw a walk in the second inning.
Webb's waiting until the 8th to get his hit, as he has the last 2 nights.
First pitch to Webb, outside. 1-0 to Webb. Setting up outside is Barnes. Here's Pineda to the plate. This is hit to center field. Back is Esparza. At the track, at the wall. This ball is gone. To straightaway center field. Webb Little tells Matt Feinstein and Thomas Devonville, you've got company for the team lead in home runs with 11.
He had a home run in the 8th last night. He does it 2 innings earlier tonight. His 73rd RBI of the season.
Chukars 7, Vibes 4.
You mentioned those 3 players, Webb Little, Thomas DeBonville, and Matt Feinstein combined 33 home runs. That's the entire team total for Rocky Mountain.
And tonight those 3 players have combined for 4 runs. Pitch outside to Matt as he starts his at-bat. 2 RBI from those 3 and 4 runs scored.
Webb extends his hit streak to 6 games in a row.
And now a little home run streak for him. Pitch to Matt, swing and a miss. 92 from Pineda. Off the bat, I wasn't sure if it had enough, but that wind, John, blowing straight out to center field, and I think it was that good fastball from Pineda that he turned around, so some extra velocity on it anyway. 1-1 to Feinstein. This is a line drive to center field, or is Esparza? He will make a diving catch.
Chukars now with 6 home runs in the 3 games against Rocky Mountain.
Some light robbery from the center fielder Esparza. A line out to center for Feinstein. First time he hasn't been on base tonight. 2 walks and a single for Feinstein. And here's Don. 2 outs in the inning. A walk, a run scored, a strikeout, and a single, a run scored for Don. First pitch in the dirt. Want to note Andrew Don, a 7-4 ball game now after that solo home run from Webb Little. Chukars leading the Vibes once again. This is a game in the bottom of the 6th. Here's the 1-0 pitch from Pineda. That's outside. It's 2-0. Pineda from the windup. Here's the pitch to Don. The 2-0 is hit down the right field line. This might drop fair, and it will not. Ooh, Mike Colson is all over it, as it must have dropped just foul. It stayed on that small strip of grass down the right field line that is just in foul territory. So Don misses extra bases by probably less than a foot. Some exciting news on our social media front as we have gotten back into our Instagram account. We have been locked out for quite a while, but Chukars Instagram now a thriving business, as is the Twitter and the Facebook page, so we invite you to follow at IF Chukars. That is inside, look out. Don with an athletic dive to get out of the way of that one.
How do you get locked out on Instagram?
It's called, someone else used to run it and we forgot what the password was.
I see.
The former social media guru, Josh Michelson, no longer with us. The ground ball to short. Perez stops it on the backhand, throws hard onto first, not in time. Don with an infield single. Third time Don has been on his second hit. Nice play from Perez to get to the spot.
Perez, the kid who leads the Pioneer League in errors, with a heck of a play there, but Andrew Don with great speed beat it easily.
And whenever you look at players that lead the league in errors, it's almost always going to be a shortstop.
They get the majority of the ground balls.
Here's Devonville.
If an outfielder leads the league in errors, you're in big time trouble.
Yep. Or a catcher. Debo is 1 for 2. First pitch, high fastball, 90 miles an hour above the zone. It's ball 1. An RBI single in his last at bat. 2 runs came in on that play. Short lead for Don. Pitch is popped up. That's back out of play. Will this stay in the stands or go onto the roof? It bounces on the concourse. 1-1 to Devonville. Only a 3-run game here. Chukars have scored the last 3 as well. This game was tied heading into the bottom of the 5th. Pitch to Debo. He swings, fouls it off again. It's 1-2. Bottom of inning number 6. There's some action in the Chukars bullpen. I believe that's John Nunley getting warm again. 1-2, 2 outs. Devonville, a line drive into right field, a base hit. Don to head to third, and the ball is dropped by Matos. It's past him. Don slid into third. He didn't see from Gardy he was supposed to go. Don slides into third, and Devonville to second on the error by the right fielder Matos. Well, it's too bad because Andrew Don was taking the extra base anyway. He slid into third. Gardy was waving him on. Don never saw him. So for Debo, it's a hit. He'll advance on the error. The E9. Second hit for Debo. And now here's Quiggle. Quiggle is 0 for 2. He had an RBI on a walk, and here comes Eddie Dennis. Is that going to be it for Pineda? I think so, and they've got a lefty in the bullpen, and they know Kona has trouble with lefties, so they're going to bring him in here. This pitching change is brought to you by the Smith Group, simplifying the car buying experience for 100 years. We'll be back and tell you about the new pitcher on KSPZ The Sports Zone, your home for Fox Sports and the Idaho Falls Chukars. The new pitcher for the Rocky Mountain Vibes is number 34, Onas Farfan, and he replaces Juan Diego Pineda.
Pineda 1 1/3, 3 hits, no walks, struck out 2, tossed a wild pitch, has given up 1 run thus far, and the 2 runners on base, his responsibility. Farfan, ERA right around 5 against the league, but against the Chukars, 1.42 earned run average. And by the way, this guy's 28 years old, out of St. Paul, Minnesota.
Drafted by the Minnesota Twins in the 21st round of the draft in 2014. Played in rookie ball in the Gulf League. Did not make it past that point. Pitching with the Vibes here now. He'll pitch against Kona Quiggle. Runners at second and third. Quiggle, a lefty. They bring in the lefty Farfan to face him. So Dennis going with the handedness matchup. Quiggle, 0 for 2. First pitch from Farfan on its way. It's swung on and a check swing foul on that breaking ball. It's 0-1 on Quiggle. We've seen Quiggle come up with a few clutch hits off of lefties in that Raptors series, especially when he had 8 RBI in a game. On the season as a whole, though, has not fared too well. Pitch to the plate. That's a breaking ball. That is taken for strike 2. Quiggle is only batting .222 against lefties, whereas righties he's batting .464. 0-2 pitch. That is swung on, fouled away.
Just a little bit of difference.
There's not a whole lot of advanced scouting you can do in a league, but
Especially this league.
But those kind of numbers will jump out on a page at you and say, all right, we need a lefty out of the pen for this guy, which is what they've done here. 2 outs, 2 strikes, a 7-4 lead for the Chukars, 2 men on. Pitch to the plate. That is just a little bit high. Looked like a slider from Farfan. One and two. One and two, 2 outs. Here's the kick, here's the pitch, a swing and a miss by Kona Quiggle. He strikes out for the third time tonight, the hat trick for Kona. Farfan gets out of the jam, but a run does score for the Chukars, their 7th of the game on the solo shot by Webb Little, his 11th of the season. We head to the top of inning number 7, a 3-run ball game. Chukars lead 7-4 on KSPZ 980. Top of inning number 7, John Nunley taking over on the mound. And he finishes off the night for Joe Slocum.
Joe goes 6 innings, 9 hits, 4 runs. 3 of those were earned. Did not walk a batter. He struck out 3 in line to pick up his 3rd win of the year against only 1 loss.
And John, you were telling me just how well John performs against this team.
John Nunley against the Vibes, 0.79 earned run average. He has 2 wins. In 11 innings, he has walked 1 and struck out 15. And he has really been improving as of late. Early on in the year, he'd get 2 outs and couldn't get that 3rd out, but as of late, he has been lights out as John Nunley Jr. John pitched in the first game of this series, went 1 1/3, gave up a hit and struck out 3.
2 finals now in the Pioneer League. Ogden 17, Grand Junction 10 in Grand Junction, and Billings 4, Boise 3 in Billings. First pitch to Perez, soft line drive. That Kelly catches on a line. That ball must have knuckled toward Kelly because he went in, he went back, and then came in and caught it right as it was about to hit the dirt. 1 pitch out. I'll bring up Nunez. It's the top of the order for Rocky Mountain. For the Chukars, it's now 4 unanswered runs after the Vibes took the lead. Nunez tonight is 1 for 3. He scored 1 of those 4 runs. First pitch inside with that breaking ball. The slurve from Nunley, it's 1-0.
We go back to the bottom of the first, 4 straight walks, and then the drop pop-up by the catcher. As the Chukars scored 3 runs on not a single base hit.
Next pitch is high and outside at 88. Looked like the cutter there from John. It's 2-0 now to Aldo Nunez, who doesn't have the biggest strike zone on the team by any means. Next pitch, that's high and inside, and now it's 3-0. He doesn't have the biggest strike zone, but I don't think anyone's strike zone would have held either of those 3 pitches, as we're all way out of the zone. So 3-0 to Nunez. John needs to get back in the count here. Next pitch, that is low, ball 4, a 4-pitch walk for Aldo Nunez. That'll bring up Mike Unknowne to the plate.
First walk of the game issued by a Chucker pitcher, as Slocum didn't walk any in 6.
Mike Anone has been Mr. Anonymous tonight. He's 0 for 3.
1 for 10 now in the series.
2 groundouts and a flyout for Anone. First pitch, that is a breaking ball for a called strike 1.
Nunez leads the team in stolen bases with 9, but he's been caught 5 times. He had a pretty good lead at first base.
Chuckers 7, Vibes 4. The 0-1 pitch to Anone on its way. That is a called strike at the knees. Fastball at 91. Quick 0-2 to Anone. Chuckers middle infield, not pinched up the middle, but they're ready to turn 2. I think either Tyler, that TNT combination, could get to the bag quite quickly. Pitch to the plate, breaking ball, fouled off of Anone. And just getting a piece of that. Flailing wrists caught the tip of the bat on that ball. On deck is Manny Ayoke. For the Chuckers in the bottom of the 7th, it'll be Kelly, West, and Van Marter, the bottom of the order. Nunez, a modest lead at first. Here's the pitch to the plate. Half swing. Did he go? Yes, says the home plate umpire, Shane Proctor. Anone can't believe it, and now he wants an appeal. He wants an appeal to second base. Did he go? Yes, says Tegan Smith. The first strikeout for John Nunnally, the 4th for Chuckers pitching tonight. Anone incredulous. 2 outs now for the Chucks. Ayoke today has 2 base hits. He's scored 2 runs as well. A pitch in the dirt. It's off of Brady. There goes Nunez. He's going to have that base. Wild pitch from Nunnally and an excellent read from Nunez off right as that ball hit the dirt. And that creates a little bit of an issue now, a runner in scoring position for one of the better hitters, maybe the best hitter on this team. At least on the active roster right now. Nunnally with an inside move back to second, chases back Nunez. 2 outs in the top of the 7th, a 7-4 lead for the Chuckers. (1-0) to Ayoke. This is hit towards center field. Back is Devonville. Will he catch up to it? He will catch up to it. A running catch on the track. He gets there, got a great read, and keeps the score at 7-4. We head to the bottom of the 7th. Time to stretch from Melaleuca. 7-4 ball game on KSPZ 980. Bottom of inning number 7 on your Friday night. It's 7-4 Chukars over Vibes. Tyler Peterson, John Balgini bringing you tonight's ball game, and you listening at home, at the stadium, in the car, at a friend's house. You're listening from somewhere, and we appreciate you listening or watching on our YouTube live stream. Another close ball game. These have not been blowouts by any stretch of these box scores. 5-run game 2 nights ago. Last night a 4-run ball game, and tonight a 3-run ball game. Here's Tyler Kelly. Kelly is 1 for 2. Had a solo home run off the scoreboard. He also drew a walk in his last plate appearance. First pitch from Farfan. This is called strike on the outside. Kelly looks back at Shane Proctor. Little slider that just caught the outside. It's a called strike. This pitch fouled away from Kelly. That was a fastball at 91. Farfan, a hard-throwing left-handed pitcher. A quick 0-2 to Tyler Kelly. This pitch to the plate is high. Went back to the breaking ball. Maybe the changeup there at 80 miles an hour. That was high for ball 1. A little bit of a longer game tonight, but the Chukars still lead. This pitch hit behind first toward the Brady's hot tub. Down the Chukars bullpen. This will land right into the Chukars bullpen. It's a foul ball. So it stayed in the field of play, but Villa Escusa just could not get there in time. One and 2 to Tyler Kelly. Here's the pitch from Farfan on its way. It's swung on, hit into left field, a base hit. Third time that Kelly has been on tonight, his second hit. And now here comes Brady West. Now, as we said with Brady, we've seen him a few times this year start a game like this. His first 3 at-bats, he strikes out 3 times, but he usually finishes strong. He usually goes, double, single, or walk double, something like that. It's not usually an 0 for night for him. Kelly with the leadoff single. They'll check on him. He gets back in time. West at the plate came into the game batting at .322 in his first professional season. Out of North Greenville in South Carolina. Farfan to the plate. That's a swing and a miss. Brady pulling off on that curveball. It's strike 1. This is a lefty-lefty matchup. Farfan, a great move. Villa Escusa saves the throw. The throw to second is not in time. Not in time is Tyler Kelly. He swipes second base. Farfan with a great move, and he had me at first, John.
He did, but it was a little high. Villa Escusa, the first baseman, had to leap to get it. Took him maybe a half second to get the ball out of his glove, but give Tyler Kelly his 6th stolen base of the year. And another runner in scoring position.
This one with no outs. Farfan to the plate. That is a half swing. Did West go? No, it's in the dirt. No appeal either. It's 1-1.
On that move, Farfan had Kelly going back to the bag. Sort of fooled him there as well. Crafty left-handers, they call them, for a good reason.
Well, the thing that really saved Kelly is his aggressiveness toward second base. He never stopped. When you're caught like that, you just have to go. And he did. 1-1 pitch to West. He swings, grounds it, foul. Now, a steal of third wouldn't be a bad play here. I mean, if you're relying on West to get you in, he might get you a ground ball or a fly ball. There's no real reason to have Kelly go to third here. You're already in scoring position. You don't want to run yourself out of a run. But if Kelly can time it right, he probably could get a pretty good jump, not being held too closely. The 1-2 pitch from West. It's popped up behind home plate. Barnes coming back. Does he have a play? No, he does not. That bounces halfway up the stands, picked up by a fan. It's 1-2 to West. So West trying to stay in this at bat. 7-4 the Chukars lead, but another run out there. Farfan to the plate. This is in the dirt at 93. It's 2-2. Well, Barnes has a decent arm. If Kelly decides to go, Farfan, if he throws that fastball, will give Barnes a really good shot at Kelly at third.
Especially with a left-handed batter at the plate.
He'll have a clean alley toward third.
Although I noticed the last couple of plays, Nunez was playing a little closer to the bag, and so has Perez, the shortstop.
I think it's in part because Kelly is getting just these massive leads off a second. Time and time again against Ogden, you saw this where Ogden would be extremely aggressive and go off first move to third, and you're thinking, it's dangerous plays, but if it works, it's devastating. Free 90 feet all over the place. They stole 9 bags against the Chukars in one game, did Ogden. Farfan to the plate. West, a swing and a miss. The golden sombrero tonight for Brady West.
I think Goldfarb had 4 of those 9 steals against the Chukars.
That is correct. The Chukars tonight have now struck out 11 times, John?
10, as I have it.
Here's Van Marter.
Nope, you're right, 11.
1 out now with Kelly at second.
Second one for Farfan.
Pitch to the plate, a ground ball up the middle for Van Marter. Perez is there, gets a high hop, throws on at first in time to get Van Marter. That will get Kelly over to third. So a semi-productive out from Van Marter there.
Bottom of the order, Brady West, 4 strikeouts, and Van Marter, 4 groundouts. And Sam Little hitless as well.
The one good thing about this now is if Sam doesn't hit Tyler in, this sets up the possibility a wild pitch could score a run. 7-4 the Chukars lead, 2 outs in the bottom of the 7th. Here's the first pitch to Sam. That is a called strike. Changeup on the inner half of the plate. It's 0-1. Jessica on our YouTube live stream says, "Let's go Chuck Steele." Unless you're referring to the Raptors talk we had. Here's a swing and a miss, and here is a wild pitch. Maybe a pass ball. Here comes Kelly to score. I believe that was a pass ball. Just past Griffin Barnes. He puts his head down. I think he knows he should have had that one. So give credit to Van Marter for getting the guy over as the pass ball allows Kelly to score. It was a swing and a miss by Webb Lowell, and maybe that was just enough to confuse Barnes on where the pitch was. It looked sort of like a foul ball, but it wasn't. 0-2 pitch is taken for strike 3 called, and Sam strikes out looking. So the Chukars do get an insurance run, a single for Kelly. He steals a base, advances on a ground ball, and comes home on a pass ball. It's now 8-4 Chukars on KSPZ 980, heading to the top of the 8th. Top of inning number 8, it's 8-4 Chuckers. Tyler Peterson, John Balgini. And I just want to ask you, John, did you really hang up the microphone in the DJ studios, or are you DJing right now? You've had quite a bit of a nice playlist tonight.
Boy, I tell you what, going back to the 60s and 70s, my type of music, that's the late, great Jim Croce right there, and I've got a name.
John will take you the rest of the way tonight.
Thank you, Tyler. 4-9-3 for the Vibes, 8-8-0 for the Chuckers. It'll be Barnes, Esparza, and Villa Escusa against John Nunley. First pitch, line drive right at Tyler Van Marter for out number 1. Nunley again coming on strong for the Chuckers. Chucker bullpen's getting better and better, and credit Bob Malacki for that, the pitching coach. Here's Esparza. He's 2 for 3 tonight. He's 7 for 11 in the 3-game series. Tonight's attendance, 2,131, 2-1-3-1 on a Friday night. Swing and a foul back by Esparza. Chuckers picked up 3 freebies in the first. Rocky Mountain came back with 2 in the second, 2 in the third to take a 4-3 lead, but the Chuckers have scored 5 in a row. There's a shallow ball. Kelly's on the run. Kelly out in right field. He makes the catch. Tyler Kelly all over the outfield for the Chuckers second baseman, and that's out number 2. Boy, he can cover some ground. He could be a hungry young man tonight with all the work he's done in the outfield and at the plate.
I wonder what kind of secret code that is, John.
I'm not sure. Here's Villa Escusa, 1 for 3. Fastball, called strike 1. Boy, John Nunley again, lights out against the Vibes. A 1 pitch, high fly ball. Guess who? Tyler Kelly's going to call for it in shallow right. He'll make the catch, and it's a 3-up, 3-down frame. Quick work by John Nunley. We go to the bottom of the 8th. It's 8-4, Chuckers on top. Bottom of the 8th inning, Webb Little, Matt Feinstein, Andrew Don to face Otis Fawfog. 8-4, Chuckers with the lead. 3 outs away from winning their 39th game of the year. Baseball Bob says you can put it in the books. Chuckers will win tonight. Here's Webb, 1 for 3. The one hit, a solo home run in the 6th inning. Activity in the bullpen, so John Nunley will not go 3 innings tonight. He won't get the save, but 2 hitless, scoreless innings for the big right-hander. Lefty-lefty matchup, Farfan to Webb. Swings at the first pitch, center field. Back goes Esparza. He's under it. He makes the catch, shy of the warning track. 1 pitch, 1 out. That's how you do it. You get these outs quick.
You know, I think both Webb, Matt, and if Thomas bats in this inning, they're all going to go for that team lead, John.
All 3 Chukars tied with 11 home runs. By the way, that ties them for 5th in the Pioneer League. Here's Matt Feinstein. Has been on base 3 times, 2 walks and a single. He's scored 2 runs tonight. And the pitch from Farfan, low, ball 1. In the top of the 9th, it'll be 8-9-1 for the Vibes. Next pitch, fouled off the mask of the catcher, 1-1 the count. Rocky Mountain still has more hits than do the Chukars by 1. 9 hits, all singles for Rocky Mountain. Chukars 8 hits. And a bunch of walks, 7. 2 home runs for Idaho Falls. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Farfan to Feinstein. Matt looks it over. It's outside for a ball, 2-1. Here's the 2-1 pitch to Matt. Hits it off the top of the netting near the Chukars dugout. And makes the count 2 balls, 2 strikes. Jake Binder tomorrow night for the Chukars against Francisco Herman for the Vibes. Game 4 of this 6-game series. And the 2-2 pitch way outside, full count. This is game number 21 against these 2 teams. Chukars have won 19 and lost 1.
Pretty incredible any way you slice it.
Yep. 3-2, 1 out. Farfan to Feinstein. The pitch, ground ball, backhanded by Nunez. He can play second base, throw in time, out number 2.
What a great play.
Yep. Aldo Nunez, great with the glove. And now here's Andrew Don, who has a 2-hit night. 2 singles, he's scored twice. Andrew with a 3-game hit streak. First pitch called strike 1. His longest this year has been only 5 games, which is somewhat rare because he's batting .350. Tyler Kelly extended his hit streak to 15 in a row tonight. That's 2nd in the Pioneer League. And now Andrew calls timeout. The other Chukar with a long hitting streak, Hunter Hiskey, 11 straight. Not in the lineup tonight. 0-1 pitch, lifted foul and out of play. It's 0-2. 0-2 on Andrew. Swing and a miss, and that'll do it. 3 up, 3 down for the Chukars as we go to the top of the 9th. Chukars with a 4-run lead. It's 8-4. Idaho Falls on top. Top of 9 on the mound will be Nate Jenkins. Nice job, John Nunnally. 2 hitless, scoreless innings. He makes way for Nate Jenkins. Nate has the best earned run average on the team with a 3.33 ERA. He leads the team in saves with 3. 1-1 record in 27 innings. He has struck out 19 and walked only 9. So Jenkins on. He'll face Matos, Carrillo, and Perez. Of those 3 saves, 2 have come against the Rocky Mountain Vibes for Nate Jenkins. Jenkins, 6'3", 240 out of Concord, California, another Colorado Springs product. Early on, Chucker bullpen was shaky at best. Here at game number 54, looking good, the Chucks bullpen. Matos, 2 for 3, a pair of singles and RBI for the right fielder. Rocky Mountain has not scored since the 3rd inning when they took the lead 4-3. First pitch is a called strike one. Yep, called strike one. Thought it was going to be a strike. Then the right arm of Shane Proctor did not go up. Then it did. 0-1 pitch. That's low. 1 ball, 1 strike. 2,131 showed up tonight hoping for a Chuckers win, and it looks like they're going to get that win. One. Swing and a miss, and the count now 1-2. We'll have the Major League scores, Pioneer League scores, and a couple of former Chuckers had good nights tonight in the Kansas City minor league chain. We'll talk about that as well. All coming up on the Westmark Credit Union postgame show. 1-2 on the way, a swing and a miss, and that's out number 1 here in the 9th. Only 5 strikeouts by Chucker pitchers. Chucker hitters have fanned 13 times tonight. And here's Elvin Carrillo. He has struck out twice, and he had a sacrifice bunt, 0 for 2. A swing and a miss by Carrillo. 17 years old, he's 6'2", weighs 155. One skinny hombre is Elvin Carrillo. Oh, 1 fastball misses, 1 ball, 1 strike. 88 on the gun for Nate Jenkins. Jenkins set at the belt. The kick and the 1-1 pitch to Carrillo. Another swing and a miss at 89. 1-2. The Vibes have not had a base hit since inning number 5. Jenkins ahead in the count. Here's the pitch to Carrillo. Ground ball, slow roller, fielded by Kelly. Tyler makes the play, gets the base runner by a half step. 2 away. As we go to the top of the order, and Brandon Perez, leadoff hitter, 0 for 4 tonight. He is now 0 for 12 in the series. And we still have 3 more games left between the Chuckers and the Vibes this year. We have 4 young men wearing their Free Chuckers t-shirts tonight, having a blast at the game. And I think they've had more than a blast. Pitch to Perez is low and away, 1-0. Well, tonight's game just going to be just over 3 hours long. The 1-0. Ground ball, that'll be a base hit up the middle. So Perez gets his first hit of the series, a 2-out single to center. And now it's Aldo Nunez. Perez says, finally.
Number 3, second baseman, Aldo Nunez.
Nunez tonight is 1 for 3. Singled and scored back in the third. He has popped out to the third baseman, grounded out to the shortstop, and walked his last time up. Here's the pitch to Nunez. That's low, ball 1. Tyler Peterson has made his way down to the Chukars dugout. We'll have our post-game interview with our player of the game, courtesy of Westmark Credit Union and Domino's Pizza. The 1-0 pitch, ground ball, base hit just past Andrew Don at first base, and now Sam Little lets it get past him, and that's going to score a run. And going to third, well, here's the throw home. I was a little premature. Nope, it bounces past West, but Nate Jenkins there to back it up. So a single by Nunez and a two-base error by Sam Little. And it's 8-5. Sam just charged the ball and it went right under his glove. Now here's Mike Anone. Well, the tying run is on the on-deck circle, but there are 2 outs here in the 9th. Hit number 11 for Rocky Mountain. The left-handed hitter Anone. He dribbles one foul, third baseline. And the count is no balls, 1 strike. Gates open at 6 tomorrow. First pitch 7:15. Our Toyota pregame show right at 7 o'clock with myself and Tyler Peterson. Jenkins 0-1 pitch, low, 1-1. One ball, 1 strike, 1 run in, and 2 away. Jenkins takes a deep breath. 1-1 pitch. Swung on and missed, and it's 1-2. A 91-mile-per-hour fastball. Time to get up on your feet, Chukars fans. 1-2, 2 outs. Nobody going to do that. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Base hit into left field, and it's 8-6. Hold on, everybody. And Manny Ayoke, the former Chukar, will come to the plate. And Bob Malacki will come to the mound. Well, Ayoke does have 5 home runs this year. 2 have come against Idaho Falls. Matos struck out swinging to lead off the 9th. Carrillo grounded out to Tyler Kelly. Then Perez with a solid single to center. Nunez single to right. A 2-base error by Sam Little. Perez scored. Nunez went to third. And Anone just knocked in Nunez for run number 6. Give these Vibes a lot of credit. The tying run is at first base. I'm sorry, the tying run is at the plate. With Manny Ayoke, he's 2 for 4. He's hit the ball 4 times to center field. 2 singles to center, 2 fly balls to center. Righty-righty matchup. The pitch to Ayoke is a called strike 1 on a breaking pitch. The 0-1 pitch, swing and a miss. 0-2.
Fans, on your feet, make some noise.
On your feet, make some noise. 0-2. Chukars lead by 2. Jenkins to Ayoke. Call strike 3. Ball game over. Chukars win by the final score of 8-6. 2 runs, 3 hits, 1 error, and 1 man left on base. The Chukars do it again to the Vibes. They beat Rocky Mountain by the final score of 8-6. Stick around. It's our Westmark Credit Union post-game show up next here on KSPZ, the Sports Zone. Here at Melaleuca Field, Chukars win 8-6 over the Rocky Mountain Vibes. Time to go down to the turf with Tyler Peterson.
Thank you, John. Tyler Peterson with tonight's Domino's Pizza Player of the Game, Tyler Kelly. Tyler, that home run on 3-0, you hit it off of the scoreboard a long, long way. What were you looking for on that pitch? Were you sitting on something?
You know, Skip just gave me the green light 3-0, so I just said stay calm, stay back, and say something just that I like, and then just let it fly, and it is what it is from there.
You made 2 outstanding plays in the field today. A ball that you caught basically behind you at the waist, and then a ball you had to run a long way for. Did you surprise yourself with either of those?
Not really. I mean, it was just tough to see the ball in the sky all night, so I just had to fight that and just come out on top, you know? I don't know.
5 wins in a row. You guys keep rolling. 39 wins, and the best record in the Pioneer League now after Missoula lost tonight. What's the key to consistency for you guys?
Just show up and new every day, just back to the ball field, be hungry, and just have each other's back, you know? Don't stop.
I have a large 3-topping pizza for you. Maybe you can share with your roommate, Cone Quaidle. Enjoy, man. Enjoy the win.
Thank you.
John, back to you.
Thank you, Tyler Peterson, and thank you, Tyler Kelly, our Domino's Pizza Player of the Game. Back with more on the post-game show, brought to you by Westmark Credit Union and Domino's Pizza. Hello once again, everybody. John Balgini, Tyler Peterson back at Melaleuca Field. Chuckers win their 5th straight, 8-6 over the Rocky Mountain Vibes. We'll have the final numbers of tonight's game. First off, let's check in the Kansas City Royals minor league organization. A couple of Chuckers with good games tonight. Kyle Isbell, a 2018 Chucker, went 2 for 2 for AAA Omaha. And Brewer Hicklin, he played here for the Chuckers in 2017. He went 3 for 4, 2 home runs, and 4 RBI.
As for your major league scoreboard, let's start with the parent Royals club, who beat the Tigers 5-3 in Kansas City. They end the Tigers' 7-game winning streak. Elsewhere, around Major League Baseball, Cubs 8, Diamondbacks 3, Baez and Chirinos both homer, and Zach Davies gets his 6th win of the season. 5-1 Phillies over the Braves. Harper steals home in a win for the Phillies. Orioles 6, Nationals 1 in Baltimore. Pat Valaika 2 home runs as they lead. They win the game 6-1 over the Nationals. John, I'm sorry again. Red Sox 6, Yankees 2. We'll move on. Padres 5. Padres 5, Marlins 2. Joe Musgrove 6 solid innings, his 6th win of the season. Reds 6, Cardinals 5 from Cincinnati. Rays 10-5 over the Indians, soon to be Cleveland Guardians.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
Mets 3, Blue Jays nothing in New York. Twins 5-4 over the Angels in Minnesota. Brewers a 7-1 win at home against the Chicago White Sox. Tony La Russa and Tim Anderson both ejected in that game. The first time Tony La Russa has been ejected in a game for almost over a decade. Astros 7, Rangers 3, the 10th straight loss for the Texas Rangers. A few games still going on. It's Dodgers 5, Rockies 3 in LA in the top of the 7th. And the Pirates leading the Giants 6-3 in San Francisco. One last score on your night. A's 3, Mariners 3, top of the 7th in Seattle.
All final scores in the Pioneer League. Great Falls 15, Missoula 5. Billings beats Boise 4-3, and Ogden 17, Grand Junction 10. Final numbers for tonight's ball game for the Chuckers: 8 runs, 8 hits. They committed 1 error and left 8 men on base. And for Rocky Mountain, 6 runs on 12 hits. They committed 3 errors and left 7 men on base. Winning pitcher Joe Slocum, he's now 3-1 on the year, no save in the ball game. Aaron Solis, the starter for Rocky Mountain, the losing pitcher, 1-6. And 2 home runs were hit in the ball game, both by the Chuckers. Tyler Kelly on a 3-0 count in the bottom of the 3rd, a solo shot, his 5th. And Webb Little on a 1-0 count, a solo shot in the 6th inning, his 11th of the year. 2,131 fans showed up. The game lasted 3 hours and 6 minutes long as the Chuckers win their 5th straight, their 20th out of 21 games against Rocky Mountain, and we'll do it all over again tomorrow night, Tyler.
Well, hopefully it's a different score, because the way things are trending in this series, so first the Chuckers win 9-4, a 5-run ball game. Then they won 8-4, a 4-run ball game. And now they win 8-6, a 2-run ball game. So let's hope that they can widen some of those gaps, because the Vibes gave them a pretty good run for their money today, I think.
Hey, got to feel sorry for those guys. They're getting beat, but they're getting better. And that's, I guess, all you can hope for in this long Pioneer League season. Once again, the final score tonight's game here at Melaleuca Field was Idaho Falls 8 and Rocky Mountain 6. Chuckers' next game tomorrow night, same time, same place, same opposition for the Chuckers, the Vibes. Until then, for Tyler Peterson, I'm John Balgini, reminding you that Chuckers Baseball is a presentation of Sandhill Media. Any rebroadcast, reproduction, or other use of the pictures, videos, and accounts of this game is prohibited without the express written consent of the Pioneer Baseball League, Sandhill Media, and KSPZ, the Sports Zone. Tonight, the Chuckers won again by the score of 8-6. Good night, everybody. Good night, Jim.